Dante Jackson from the 5. Spins to the 20-yard line. Good kickoff coverage. And Jesse, here comes Danny Etling, a great story.
Yeah, and he's a Purdue transfer, started 12 games there and took over here as the starting quarterback in the second game against Jacksonville State early. It's been his show ever since. He's an accurate thrower that gets the ball out on time. He also has some escapability. He can slide around the pocket and hurt you with his legs. Big challenge for him tonight against a very athletic Ole Miss defense.
Now Leonard Fournette and Darius Geis are going to open in the same backfield. Both on the field. There you see Fournette waving back to the crowd. There is Geis right next to him. What a tandem. Quick flip to the outside, and here's Geis who touches it first to the 26-yard line.
Very interesting to see how LSU going to use both of these running backs. Leonard Fournette, in my opinion, he's the best running back in college football, but while he's missed the last 2 games, Darius Geis, to me, has been the best running back in the SEC the last couple weeks. Very rare that you can find big backs that are physical, that run between the tackles, that also possess game-changing speed, and LSU's got 2 of them, and here we see them lining up beside each other early.
What a tandem. Play action. Etling fires and completes, but well short of the first down. Durrell with the game's first catch, and here's your 3rd down. Opening series.
And Leonard Fournette looks like he's now coming out. Darius Geis stays on. You know, looking forward, both of these running backs can run the ball. Both guys can catch the ball as well, too. So an interesting strategy by Coach O and his interim offensive coordinator, Steve Ensminger, trying to confuse Ole Miss schematically early.
So Etling with 2 quick throws. One, remember, to the running back. They flared that one, and then his first throw downfield was also caught. So here's your 3rd and 3. Run forward, and Ole Miss jumps the running back. Nothing doing. LSU will punt it away as Haynes, Marquise Haynes, number 10, the best defensive player on Ole Miss's team, made the stop.
Right over here, and he's working one-on-one with the tight end, Deshaun Smith. And Haynes is only 225 pounds, but really good upper body strength, able to shed the block and get an early stop. That's a good start for this Ole Miss D.
So it will be Australian punter against Australian punter. And the first one up is Josh Groden. Beautiful punt to the 15-yard line. Davis is out of bounds with the coverage.
Lucky right there, I think, for LSU there wasn't a late hit. But looking at Chad Kelly for Ole Miss, easy to see why this was the SEC preseason Offensive Player of the Year. He's got arm talent. He can throw the football 70-plus yards very accurately. He throws it deep down the field, and they take shots in this offense. But he's also very good running the ball. He can hurt you in the zone read game and on scrambles. He's the total package.
Akeem Judd is his running back. 75% run option with this Ole Miss attack. 3 wide receivers. And of course, Evan Ingram, we're going to call him an H-back and not a tight end. He's so talented downfield. A block that time by him. Judd to the 26-yard line.
And certainly Ole Miss in this game would like to be able to run the football. You see Ingram there. He's really the X factor in this offense, because you mentioned it, Brent. He's 6'3", 230, and lines up at receiver to catch passes. But he's also a guy that can line up in the backfield and help out in the run game, and that gives defenses issues. They don't know necessarily how to match him.
2nd and 7. Kelly checks with the sideline. The coaches upstairs have had a look at the LSU defensive alignment. And they come back with Judd on a running play to the 29-yard line, and Beckwith his first tackle.
And I think one of the key matchups tonight is going to be Ingram right there, the SEC's leading receiver, against safety Jamal Adams, number 33, who I think is a first-round talent.
Kelly moves the pocket, got an open man. Here's Stringfellow. And Stringfellow is into the red zone around the 17-yard line. John Battle, who is filling in for Ricky Jefferson, who suffered a broken ankle, was the safety with coverage, but Stringfellow was wide open.
Yeah, Ole Miss went quick with tempo. LSU didn't get lined up.
A 50-yard gain. Now they quickly flash outside to Jefferson and pick up one.
That's what this Ole Miss offense does with the tempo. Once they get that first down, they start cranking it. They'll get to the line of scrimmage. They're not going to substitute. Try and keep the defense on their heels.
2nd and 9. Movement in that front. All right, Joe, thank you very much. We're just underway. Mississippi with its first series. LSU went 3 and out. Leonard Fournette is
before
playing.
The snap, offside, defense, number 99, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
That was Gilmore. He was guilty. However, the big play, and we'll show it to you when we get a chance, they went 50 yards to Stringfellow from Chad Kelly. That's why Ole Miss is now in the red zone at the 15-yard line. This is 2nd and 4. Checking back over to the sideline. 4 wide receivers. Kelly's going to throw. Incomplete. Good defense that time.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Now this sets up a 3rd down and manageable in the red zone. I think a guy that Chad Kelly likes to look for again is this tight end, H-back, wide receiver, whatever you want to call him, number 17, Evan Ingram, working in the slot right now, one-on-one with Jamal Adams, the safety for LSU. And this is a key matchup this entire game. 2 guys that are going to play on Sunday.
Press coverage. They check back to the sideline. Now Adams, the ringleader of that secondary, backs off outside. The defense adjusts after the offense changed its play. Now it's Kelly roll right. Complete. Run for the end zone. Touchdown. Ole Miss strikes first. Van Jefferson, the redshirt freshman from Brentwood, Tennessee, catches the pass and strikes first.
2 defensive busts in coverage on the first drive of the game by LSU's defense. Brent, you mentioned the first long pass down the field, the Stringfellow coverage bust. That time right there, Tre'Davious White at corner lost the slot receiver Van Jefferson in the wash. It's too easy for Ole Miss.
Gary Wunderlich tacks on the extra point. Ole Miss, the underdog here tonight, strikes first. And for you folks who just joined us, this is the catch that Damaray Stringfellow made. You can see how wide open he was on the play, and that 50-yard play set up the Ole Miss touchdown, and it was a foot race with Van Jefferson winning it.
What if there was a paint that made you look at paint differently? Question everything you know and what you don't know. What if it's built with better ingredients, given superpowers, and even a secret base to test those powers? Since Benjamin Moore reinvented paint, it makes you wonder, is it still paint? Find Benjamin Moore paint only at one of our authorized retailers near you.
If you didn't expect to see an Applebee's USDA Choice Top Sirloin searing to smoky oak perfection on a new wood-fired grill, just wait until you see the price. Wood-fired steak with 2 sides for just $9.99. Now for a limited time, only at Applebee's.
Can tile fake you out? Well, that wood in the shower is tile. That 1,000-pound brick island? Nope, tile. That pricey Italian marble? Not pricey, not marble. You see where this is going. This is the next generation of tile. And it's at the Home Depot. So when your friends start touching your new tile, you'll know, yeah, this tile's for real. Get Traffic Master 18 by 18 Portland stone ceramic tile, just 78 cents a square foot. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
Yeah, we can win, so I'm saying start me. Let's do this. Stop all plays, just using my body. When I'm on your imagination. Change your roster up and just start me. Opponents never gonna make first downs. Try and won't gain no ground.
Build your team and take them all the way. Madden NFL 17. Rated E for everyone.
Xbox One S, starting at $299.
Double meat and cheese? Classic. Grilled onions and Thousand Island? Classic. All for just $2.49? Really classic. The classic double cheeseburger for just $2.49. Only at Carl's Jr. and Hardee's.
In this conference, you've got to be a heavyweight fighter.
Next Saturday, the road to the playoff continues with a trio of Big Ten games.
This is the SEC on ESPN. Key West matchup, and Ole Miss strikes first here in Baton Rouge on a Louisiana Saturday night. Hugh Freeze always shows an imaginative offense. Leonard Fournette is in on that first series, getting ready. And here's Jackson a yard deep and bringing it out and runs into his own man and a defender, and he's down well short of the 25-yard line. So good evening again, everybody. I'm Brett Musburry with Jesse Palmer, Kaylee Hartung down below. Jesse, Ole Miss 3 losses already. What did Hugh Freeze tell us about the coaching job?
It's been tough trying to get this young Ole Miss team back on track. He's had some gut-wrenching losses earlier in his time at Ole Miss, certainly, but to lose 3, tough schedule, but to blow first half leads against Florida State and Alabama. The defense has been giving up big plays. They just don't have the swagger they're used to having. The good news for Hugh Freeze tonight, defense goes out, forces a 3-and-out the first possession, and the offense has marched right down the field and scores a touchdown. He's got to like the way his team has responded and rebounded so far.
Yeah, I'm betting on number 7 getting the football. Here comes Leonard Fournette, swinging it outside for a loss. And Kaylee, what are you hearing about Leonard Fournette?
Well, Brent, all week LSU players have been saying there was an added sense of competition in practice with him back on the field with them going full speed. Coach Orgeron says they're going to run the plays that he can run successfully. The ones that they can't, he won't run. What they do have now are options. We've already seen Fournette and Darius Geis in the backfield together. They're going to use all 3 backs they've got. We'll see them all so everybody can stay fresh.
And that tackle was made by Bing Dukes, and that's a story because they had trouble with those linebackers during that loss at the hands of Arkansas. Etling fires, and it is complete, short of the first down. That's Jeter, one of the tight ends, hit by Hartsfield, freshman safety. Remember early, Jess, in their first game against Florida State, they lost Ken Webster, a defensive back, and he's injured and out for the season. They're missing big time.
Yeah, he was their best cover guy. They've had to play 6 different cornerbacks since then, not with a lot of success. They've given up a lot of explosive plays, and LSU has talented guys on the perimeter of the field for Danny Etling to throw to.
So it's 3rd and 5 for the Purdue transfer. Empty the backfield and well defended and well short of the first down. LSU forced to punt it. Derrick Jones deserves credit for that defensive play. And the Tigers are struggling with their first 2 series.
Yeah, this is a defense at Ole Miss that has been criticized a lot this year, but they are playing on fire right now. Look at Derrick Jones, number 19, out wide, one-on-one with receiver DJ Chark. Just doing a great job sticking with them on the screen, being physical. This defense, this team right now, playing with more of that swagger. This looks like the Land Shark D we're used to seeing.
Groden back to punt for the 2nd time. And Carlos Davis fields it and down at the 35-yard line. So Chad Kelly and Ole Miss, after striking on their first series, will come back. Chad Kelly, 3 of 4, 66 yards and a TD.
Is that iced tea?
Nope, it's lemonade.
Is that iced tea?
Lemonade.
Iced tea?
What's with these people, man? Lemonade. Read the sign. Lemonade. Read it.
Okay.
Delicious.
Iced tea at a lemonade stand? Surprising. What's not surprising? How much money Marin saved by switching to Geico.
Slemonade, man.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
With Advil, you'll ask, what twisted ankle? What muscle strain? Advil makes pain a distant memory. Nothing works faster, stronger, or longer. What? Pain. Advil.
The captivating Lexus RC with available 306 horsepower. This is the pursuit of perfection.
Enjoy your phone.
You too. All right, be cool. You got the amazing new iPhone 7 on the house by switching to AT&T. What? And you got unlimited data because you have DirecTV? Okay, just a few more steps.
It's cool.
Get the iPhone 7 on us and unlimited data when you switch to AT&T and have DirecTV.
Golden Corral's 7-day shrimp extravaganza just raised the stakes. Every day at dinner, enjoy new Founder sirloin and non-stop shrimp. Plus it up on the weekends with premium shrimp and new garlic herb buttered sirloin. It's non-stop shrimp and steak, all for one low price. Only at Golden Corral.
Just let's take a look at LSU Ole Miss's plan for success, brought to you by Northwestern Mutual.
Well, firstly, for Ole Miss offensively, they want to take shots deep down the field. That's why they're leading the SEC in passing against a very good secondary for LSU. Good start so far for Ole Miss. It's a coverage bust to Maury. Stringfellow wide open down the boundary. Another coverage bust. Jack Kelly able to find a slot receiver, Van Jefferson, into the end zone. Now for LSU, they want to be able to stop the run tonight, make Chad Kelly in this offense one-dimensional, so Arden Key and the rest of this pass rush can pin their ears back.
Judd, the running back. Kelly keeps it on that read option. Good runner. Deceptively quick. And now, let's go to the studio. Adnan Verk, what's going on with the Buckeyes at Penn State?
Well, Brent, #2 Ohio State traveling to Happy Valley in hopes of becoming the third major college program since 1900 to win at least 21 consecutive road games. That's JT Barrett and Marcus Baugh. Makes extra point. 9-0 on ABC, Brent.
All right, and it's 4-zip Cubbies in Wrigley Field, closing in on a World Series appearance against the Cleveland Indians. Clayton Kershaw struggling here. The read option again in the hand to Judd. Judd crosses the 45 to the 47, and Battle brings him down.
You know, I like how Ole Miss does these outside runs, trying to get LSU's D-line to run sideline to sideline. There's a lot of ways they'll tire you out. They do it with tempo and a lot of outside running plays.
Judd goes to the sideline, and Brasley checks in. He's the backup running back for Ole Miss. Going to swing it to him, snatches it, and picks up a first down. So they sent him in as a receiver that time, and he flared to the right, and it was a successful, good-looking offense. But let's keep in mind, Ole Miss has had one of the country's best-looking offenses in the first half all season long. Into LSU territory for the second time, both of their drives. First resulted in a touchdown. Now they come back with Brasley as a runner. So game by game, as we break this down, you can see what they've accomplished in the first half.
Yeah, they come out on fire and they throw the ball all over the yard, and it's the second half that they tend to fall apart. And part of that is turning the ball over on offense, and a big part of that on defense is wearing down and giving up big plays. They got to put 4 quarters together tonight.
Kelly snaps it off. First down. He hits Van Jefferson. Jefferson's been a go-to guy tonight.
And he's a guy that can line up inside or outside. He's a great complement in the slot opposite of Evan Ingram. So a lot of targets to keep your eyes on. If you're LSU secondary, there's just so much athleticism at wide receiver for Chad Kelly to throw to.
Ole Miss is carrying it to LSU here in the early going. Ball is on the Tigers' 29-yard line. Judd returns as the running back. Veteran coach upstairs, Danny Werner, signals down what he wants done, and here comes Judd. But it was whistled down. So the play was stopped as it was just starting.
First charge timeout, Ole Miss.
So Ole Miss wants to talk about it.
Don't miss all the Decision Day action tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern.
Electrical charges live at the heart of every hybrid. Only a few truly move us. Electrifying the road forward for over a decade. With over 1 million on the road, Lexus hybrids are always charged and always ready.
In past World Series, these players stole the base that brought free tacos to America. So, who will be this year's taco hero? If someone steals a base this World Series, America scores free Doritos Locos Tacos. Steal a base, steal a taco. Only at Taco Bell.
I am Benedict Arnold, the infamous traitor. And I know a thing or two about trading. So I trade with E-Trade, where true traders trade on a trademark trade platform that has all
the computer, trader!
I won't.
Warning, do not try this at home. These are trained professionals. Tree work is dangerous enough. At Ziegler Tree, we make a living out of making it safe. From everyday pruning to hazardous tree removal, we are your one-stop shop. There are a lot of tree workers out there, but at Ziegler Tree, with our training, safety, and professionalism, we are second to none. So call Ziegler Tree Pruning and Removal today for your free quote at 985-893-0991 or visit us at ZieglerTree.com.
Truck buyers, this is your year. The Nissan Year of the Truck and SUV event is at Eddie Terrell's North Park Nissan. Hurry in and save $12,000 off MSRP on the new 2016 Nissan Titan. 0% APR financing is available on select models. And drive new car nice at a used car price. 2016 Pathfinders, buy for $18,900. 2016 Rogue, buy for just $18,800. This is your year to drive a new Nissan during the Nissan Year of the Truck and SUV event. Rush to Eddie Terrell's North Park Nissan. Buy smart. Buy North Park.
ESPN College Football is presented by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And in part by Lexus.
The Tiger Walk, a tradition. Ed Ogeron, his third game as the interim head coach, having replaced Les Miles. Won their first 2 games, but stepping up in class tonight against Ole Miss. First down and 10 for the Rebels from the 30. Stacked receivers on the right. Kelly comes left, had one-on-one, incomplete. And that was Jackson, the defender, and there's a penalty flag.
Yeah, I think they might get Jackson here for pass interference. There was a lot of contact. Adebayo trying to run the slant.
Pass interference. Defense, number 1. It's a spot foul. Automatic. First down.
Take a look at it again out here. Just isolated one-on-one slant. He's kind of grabbing that jersey, kind of hooks him and keeps that left arm hooked. I think that was an easy call to make.
So an automatic first down. And it's from the 20.
Now, looking forward, if I'm LSU, 7 plays run so far, 5 passes. I love the aggressive nature, but you've got Leonard Fournette and Darius Geis. I'd get back to running the football and doing what I do.
Well, just as you say that, Jess, they went to that power eye look. Mouton playing tonight. He's kept out because of Fournette. Watch his lead block. There it is. Fournette breaks free. 25. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Leonard Fournette. 59 yards. Les Miles would be proud. It took a while, but they got to the fullback ISO. And Leonard Fournette did the rest. Here's De La Houssaye. It's 10-7 just like that. And you can feel the electricity on a Louisiana Saturday night.
And 2 key blocks on that touchdown run for Fournette. Colin Jeter at tight end gets a nice slam block right here. And then watch Mouton come out and get a lead block right out in front of Fournette. Now you knew that Fournette was going to come into this game running angry. He's missed the last few games, will certainly be motivated. And I don't think he's 100% necessarily, but even whatever he is, 85, 90%, still the best running back in college football. And because of that, if you're LSU, you got to give him the rock.
He's saying, Mr. Elliott, I know you're here tonight. You win in the first round of the Cowboys. I'd love to go next in the first round.
And Brent, Ole Miss, again, they're giving up 215 rushing yards a game. So if I'm LSU, make Ole Miss prove to you they can slow you down. It's going to be hard with number 7, number 5 lining up in the Tigers' backfield tonight.
Gamble to kick it away, and Davis back deep. High kickoff. Coverage been trying to get down. Davis slips through and makes all the way to the 27-yard line. Let's check in now. That was some burst by Leonard Fournette.
Brent, for Leonard Fournette to not be able to be on the field with his team for almost a month was devastating. That was the word running backs coach Jabbar Jaloub used to describe the experience for Fournette. He said it took a toll on him mentally. He felt like he couldn't help his team. He wanted to be a part of the new things this offense was doing. Well, he's got a shot now, and he's making the most of it.
He sure is. Meanwhile, Brasley comes in as the running back for Ole Miss to start this series. Play action, complete to the outside. Stringfellow again.
I'll tell you, the best positional matchup in this game to me is Ole Miss wide receivers versus LSU DBs. Everybody is tall, everyone can run, they've got long arms and ball skills. Whoever wins the most one-on-one matchups, I think, wins this game tonight.
Kelly fires, incomplete. Second, and let's go back to Kaylee.
Brent, Jamal Adams is known to keep LSU's defense accountable. Well, when they were off the field, he went up to each position group within the defense and said, settle down, do your job, do your assignment. If you do, these guys can't play with us.
Kaylee, he's a leader that tells it like it is, when it's good or bad. So him line up right here. Talked about him being a guy that's going to play on Sundays. I think he's a first-round talent, but his teammates need to listen to that message.
That read option again. This time Brasley crosses midfield. So each time Ole Miss has had the ball, they've charged into LSU territory. Riley with the stop.
And it's those outside runs. It seems like Ole Miss is having its most success when it's running outside of the tackles, trying to use its speed. Setting up now a third manageable.
LSU substitutes late. Now the 11 gets set on 3rd and 3. Kelly incomplete. 4th down.
That time Shaq Kelly trying to force a throw into double coverage. He's got Demoria Stringfellow just running a spot route in man-to-man coverage, but there's 2 defenders around him. He had an isolated wide receiver backside one-on-one. Not sure if Kelly decided and predetermined where to go with that throw, but nice stop nonetheless for the Tiger defense.
So here is a story. Will Gleason, Melbourne, Australia. Rugby punter. He can use either foot, or he can boom it with his left foot straight ahead. And White steps up and makes the catch at the 17-yard line. Well, this college football season stream every game live on the ESPN app on a Watch ESPN. Download the app or watch ESPN.com today. Ohio State with a lead at the intermission over Penn State. The Cubs up on the Dodgers 4-0. Auburn with a huge win earlier today over Arkansas. A lot of us didn't see that coming. And here, Ole Miss leads LSU 10-7. And back with the ball, Etling with Fournette, the running back. Fournette tripped up and down at the 24-yard line.
He just hits the hole so hard, so fast. You see here being a little chippy. This is a rivalry game. This is the 105th meeting of the Magnolia Bowl. But going back to Fournette, you know, you just don't see guys 6'1", 235 pounds that are as sudden and as explosive as number 7 is. It makes him truly unique.
Etling complete, and it's going to be marked a first down. So let's go to the studio. I think I ended that half too early. Here's Adnan Virk. Final 4 seconds, Adnan.
Yeah, that's right, Brett. We got some drama here as Penn State making a charge, down 12-0, but 74 yards in a minute and 5 seconds. Trace McSorley to Chris Godwin, 12-7 at the half on ABC, Brett.
All right, thank you, Adnan. And here it's 10-7, of course. Ole Miss striking with 10 unanswered. And now Ohio State and Penn State will go to the locker room 12-7, as Adnan told you. And the Cubs are now up 5-0. And here it is, Etling going for the bomb. Incomplete. Terrell was working deep, trying to take the top off that time.
I think the biggest change since Coach Orgeron took over as interim coach offensively has been a more explosive passing attack by LSU. And their offensive coordinator, Steve Ensminger, he loves to go play action on first down and take shots deep down the field. He knows he's got Traven Durrell and DJ Chark, Malachi Dupree outside, talented big receivers. They do a good job dialing up those first down passes and the defense not expecting it.
Etling's first incompletion of the night. There's Steve with the glasses, second from the right. Etling 7 of 8, but for only 35 yards. He hasn't thrown it. He's had a lot of balls thrown like that. That's Malachi Dupree, and that basically is a stretch running play.
Yeah, and that's a good point, Brett. That's the other wrinkle I've seen in this offense, those run-pass options that everybody kind of seems to be doing right now in college football, where you have a run play called, but the quarterback, Danny Etling, looks outside and sees a look he likes. The receiver uncovered. He just picks it up, spits it out. That's basically what it ends up being, an outside run.
Now Geis checks in with Fournette. Both of them behind Danny Etling. Play action. Great block by Geis. Off to Fournette. Oh, my. Ooh. Oh, a crushing run. Fournette delivers a blow after his buddy Geis threw a great block in the backfield.
So they're lining him up at fullback, using his speed out in the flattened perimeter, and watch what he does to the true freshman Deontay Anderson at safety. Welcome to the Magnolia Bowl.
22 yards and punishment at the end.
I'd say number 7 looks pretty good, don't you?
Yeah.
I think that left ankle's.
You know, they gave
That's the end of the first quarter.
A lot of time off. And he has scored for LSU here as we come to the end of the first quarter. A crowd in excess of 100,000. And they're enjoying an old-time SEC rivalry game on a Saturday night in Baton Rouge.
Want to know what makes us, us? By the time other people start doing what we've been doing, we've already moved on.
The Lexus GS 350 F Sport, with better overall handling performance than the BMW 535i M Sport.
That's our objective, Hacksaw Ridge.
From Academy Award-winning director Mel Gibson
While everybody else is taking life, I'm gonna be saving it.
You better come home to me.
comes the incredible true story of one hero.
Nobody can survive it.
Who saved 75 lives without a weapon.
I'm gonna get you home. Good job!
Hacksaw Ridge, rated R, in theaters November 4th.
Performance speaks for itself. Pennzoil Synthetics, made from natural gas, make the switch at Firestone Complete Auto Care.
This $6.99 any deal is too good to be true. 2 medium pizzas with any toppings, any crust, any recipe, no questions asked. Well, I got some questions. Does that include meat lovers?
Yeah.
Are you a hologram?
What?
The $6.99 any deal, is it proof that no one out pizzas the hut?
We will eradicate the authority of the earth.
We sent men beyond our atmosphere, but the open space gave way to an insurgency.
Captain's dead.
So who has the con, Gator?
I believe you do, sir.
Salt, you with me?
Always.
You lack what it takes to win this war.
Rated M for mature.
Get access to the beta this weekend. Play it first on PS4.
PlayStation.
We should have made a deal with them when we could have.
Eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
The Walking Dead season premiere tomorrow night at 9, only on AMC.
Our town just stopped breathing when our school was broken. After the tornado hit, Bell Ford rolled into town and they quickly started fixing our school. They said, "Don't worry, we can fix this. We're gonna make this all better."
I made them a promise that their kids would be back on the first day of school.
5 months have passed, and we're home.
At Belfour, we're restoring more than property.
Texans, Broncos at 8:15, Monday on ESPN.
This is the SEC on ESPN. And Jesse, no question, number 7 is back.
Yeah, we've seen him dot the I formation, run downhill and a long TD run here. They snuck him out of the backfield, lined up at fullback, and he baptizes the true freshman Deontay Anderson. I don't know if he's 100%, but still looks to be the best running back in the country.
Out with an injured ankle. Actually suffered it back in the preseason and then injured it in 2 games. And Geis gets the first carry. This is the first snap that LSU has had in Ole Miss territory. Remember, it was that big run by Fournette from LSU territory for the touchdown.
We're watching Darius Geis now, and remember, he's got a lot of wiggle. He's got great feet, can jump cut, probably has more wiggle than Leonard Fournette can make you miss. And to me, he's the second best running back right now in the SEC. I would take him right now over Nick Chubb at Georgia. I don't think Nick Chubb's necessarily 100% either, but I've been really impressed watching number 5 here these last couple weeks.
Mouton is offset for Geis on 2nd down and 10. Going to bring the end around, and Ole Miss was ready. Fumble! Battle for the loose ball. Picked up finally by Haynes. Ole Miss signaling they've got it.
It was Victor Evans, number 14, that caused that fumble from the backside. He saw the reverse coming to Chark all the way, and he was able to make the hit and spring it loose as Chark's still down on the ground. Right over here, reverse coming this way, and he meets it right at the intersection. He just stayed home. He didn't follow Darius Geis down the boundary. It was a nice job of just staying home and playing his assignment, and then it was hot potato. You see Marquise Haynes, he tried to scoop score, finally got it late.
And Mouton actually may have made a touchdown-saving tackle as Haynes scoops the ball up. Look at number 47 close in on him. So we'll take a break. Chark is being tended to. Etling was also shaken up a little bit on that play. Big play for Ole Miss.
I spy something that starts with M. Mickey. Something that starts with B. something with F. It's fire truck.
Wait, that's 2 words. It doesn't count.
Yes, it does.
The 2017 Mitsubishi Outlander, one of America's safest crossovers. Well equipped for under $24,000. Come in now and get $3,000 cash back or 0% APR.
Champions are not merely born. They're forged in the crucible that is flag football. With equal parts turf, pigskin, and heart. That's why Buffalo Wild Wings donates to boys and girls clubs across the country to not only help thousands of kids learn about teamwork on and off the field, but to help them fulfill their destiny. To shred defensive lines, terrorize the secondary, and emerge bonded as true champions.
There are many roads to the playoff, one for each team. They're all headed to the same place, but only 4 get in.
Congressmen are like throat lozenges, soothing words, but they never solve the underlying problems. We don't need any more bad trade deals that send our American jobs to China. Wall Street, special interests, and Obama are all pushing for a new deal that'll send even more Louisiana jobs overseas. Call me old-fashioned if you want to, but I'll put Louisiana jobs ahead of foreign jobs any day. I'm John Kennedy, conservative for U.S. Senate, and I approve this message.
We went to Hollywood to ask if America's favorites, burgers, tacos, and chili, could taste just as great made with turkey. Thousands stepped into the Genio tasting booth to find out. With just one bite, they knew. Now it's your turn to make the switch.
And as a result of this, LSU loses the football and 23 yards on that standout play. Chark incidentally walked off the field. He seems to be okay, as is Danny Etling on the sideline. Meanwhile, great spot here for the Rebels. And Kelly on first down, looking downfield, got one-on-one, intercepted Jackson. Picked it off at the 2-yard line.
The matchup between Ole Miss wide receivers and LSU DBs, I think, is the key in this game. And after a turnover, a lot of offensive coordinators in sudden change situations like to take shots down the field. Dante Jackson outside number 1. I think the fastest player at LSU was prepared for it. Chad Kelly hung the football up way too long trying to go to DeMarcus Lodge. And how about Dante Jackson climbing the ladder and high pointing and getting the turnover and the football right back right away for LSU.
Leonard Fournette back in as the Tiger running back. Coming out of their own end zone, Etling up under center. Fournette to the middle! And at the 25, Hartsfield may have saved another Fournette touchdown.
Josh Butte, right guard, got into the second level and was able to wash a defender this way. Gets the push on linebacker DeMarcus Gates. That opened up the crease. I think Leonard Fournette's eyes got big right here. He saw green. That's a touchdown-saving tackle right there by Ole Miss. Number 7 looks pretty good to me.
24 yards. Now it's Geis. Leonard said he wanted a blow, took himself out. And how good is it to have number 5 as your relief running back? Wow. Flip to the outside and got a fall on it just in case it was a lateral. I think it was a forward pass. Ball was hit by Connor, number 12 of Ole Miss.
And Brandon, it was a problem with the quarterback-center exchange that time. Danny Etling didn't get the ball clean from center Ethan Posick. Kind of slowed the timing down, and Ole Miss was able to get a hand on that, batted away. Put that matchup next Saturday, huh? Clemson, Florida State, 8 o'clock on ABC. How big is that? That's the game we're used to every year.
Oh, yeah.
It helps determine the ACC title, I feel like.
No question. Second down and 10. Jeter Moves over to the other side of the formation. Now Etling steps up in the pocket, fires complete to the 45. Trayvon Durrell.
One of the things I like best about Etling at quarterback, he knows how to manipulate and move around the pocket. Doesn't freak out when he feels pressure and take off running. Just watch. He's going to feel a little bit of pressure here coming from his left. Just slide. Soft focus around you. Hard focus downfield. Keep your eyes locked in to Trayvon Durrell on the end. Just a nice job at composure by the quarterback.
First down and 10 for LSU on their own 45. Handoff is to Geis. Bangs left side for a couple of yards.
We're seeing these stretch zone runs by LSU, and what that's going to set up is the naked play action from Danny Etling. It's something LSU loves to do in the passing game, and it's a way for them to get their tight ends involved, catching the ball downfield as well.
Shaken up and without his helmet. And Kaylee, what's the status of Chark?
Chark just looked at an athletic trainer and said, I'm good to go. The concern is his left hip flexor. They've worked him out, stretched him out. The look on his face a lot less concerning than it was a couple minutes ago.
Thank you. It's second down and 7. Chark's their fastest wideout, by the way. Coming to the left side. That is what number 5 can do for you.
Just tremendous patience, Brent. It just kind of allows the blocks to set themselves up. They've got their big center, Ethan Posick, pulling. You don't see a lot of 6'7" centers run this well and get outside. Right here, going here. He's just kind of setting it up, slow, calculated, and the sideline becomes available.
Now Mouton and Fournette check into that backfield. Play action. Going to throw back to the short side, incomplete. Fournette was the intended receiver that time, and Woods, the safety, covered him well.
Woods covered for Ole Miss.
Ed Ogeron grew up in Louisiana, was here for a brief time as a defensive lineman, then left LSU, went down to Northwestern and played. And been a great recruiter, great defensive line coach through the years, and now gets the chance. Etling's got him open. A walk-in touchdown. Chark is back. 40 yards. So much for the hip flexor.
Well, and a total busted coverage by Ole Miss that time on defense. I think it was A.J. Moore in the secondary. They got peeking at a shallow route. So he's looking for this right here in the flat. Watch him attack that, and he just completely leaves his man, DJ Chark, down the field for the walk-in score. Undisciplined coverage by both teams early in this game.
LSU leads for the first time. So here is Chark. Just walking into the end zone. Remember, that followed the interception. 97-yard drive.
Mind making a run?
I got it.
The 2017 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport, with available all-wheel control and a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, starting at $19,795.
Hey, almost home.
It's ready for any adventure you can imagine. Come in now and get $2,500 cash back or 0% APR.
Yeah, hard work and dedication, but that's not enough. I mean, look at this cookie cutter, copy and paste, blah. Where is something new, something different? There. Come on, you freaks. Unleash your creativity. Free your imagination. Shock the world. Be the next. Make your own luck. Do something different. Make this guy steal your look. Create something. Why are you even here? Sport needs you.
Gary, I am proud of you, my man. Making simple, smart cashback choices. With Quicksilver from Capital One, you're earning unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase everywhere. Like on that new laptop. Quicksilver keeps things simple, Gary. And smart, like you. And I like that.
I guess I am pretty smart.
Don't let that go to your head, Gary. What's in your wallet?
Matt Manverk back in our college football studios. The last time that Baker Mayfield played on this field, he was playing for the other team. Texas Tech transfer, Mayfield to Nick Basquin. This was just seconds to go here in the half. 30-24 right now. The Sooners have the lead. Brent, Jesse, back to you guys.
All right, Adnan, keep us up to date. I'm sure we'll get a full rundown at halftime for you and the gang. You guys do a great job. And Chark, who just scored that touchdown, remember Kaylee telling us they were concerned about a hip flexor. And he told the trainers that it was a little tight after the touchdown. Fielded on the 3 by Davis. Well short of the 25. Now. Just moments ago on that Ole Miss sideline, some problems.
Yeah, you see after that busted touchdown, a little war of words here between Hartsfield, the true freshman safety, and some of his teammates in the secondary. Ole Miss has to be careful. They've got to lock in right now and band together. I remember last week in their loss against Arkansas, things went bad early. Had a couple drop passes on offense, and all of a sudden everything kind of snowballed on them. That can't happen here tonight in this kind of hostile environment.
Trailing for the first time, 14-10. Kelly drops it back out to the running back. Judd, nothing doing. I'm going to tell you the story that's developing here. Evan Ingram is a go-to guy, and he hasn't caught anything yet tonight. That means that safety that Jesse talked about, Jamal Adams, is doing a job. They've got to get the ball to number 17. Incomplete. Working that short side, and a penalty flag is thrown.
Well, it's Dante Jackson again, who had the pass interference call earlier. Also had the interception on the last possession. Working outside against Demore Stringfellow.
Pass interference on the defense, number 1. That's a spot foul. Automatic, first down.
He's got to do a better job of getting his hands off the wide receivers. He's been way too touchy-feely.
15-yard penalty, first down.
See there, he's got the left arm kind of barred on him, and it was kind of on the jersey. To be honestly, I look back at that, and I don't really see PI. I think that's one I'd like to see let go. That wasn't nearly as bad as the first one he had earlier in the game.
Automatic first down. 100,000, agree with Jess.
Safe place to agree.
First down, and the running play with Judd to the 35-yard line.
One thing you're seeing, though, Ole Miss taking a lot of shots in the passing game, trying to go downfield. That's what they do. Chad Kelly does a really good job buying time. He's got 7 wide receivers that are 6'2" or taller, and they can all elevate.
Looking to throw again on the slant for the first down to midfield with that catch. And Stringfellow again, his 3rd catch of the night. He had a big 50-yarder.
Yeah, and that's why this offense leads the SEC with 320 passing yards per game, because they take shot after shot after shot downfield. They're an explosive play every snap away from happening.
Variety of formations where they stack these receivers, and they come back with Judd on the running play. There to the LSU 46-yard line. And Lawrence, Rashard Lawrence, a talented freshman, makes the stop.
Yeah, and he's seen his snaps go up here recently. You mentioned 300-pound true freshman, played a lot against Southern Miss, getting more run tonight.
I mean, right back with a first down run, I believe, by Judd. Let's see where his knees were down, where they spot the football. It might have been just short. Looks like he's just short.
Yeah, it's a hard LSU defense to run against. Their D linemen do a good job getting off of blocks, being strong at the point of attack. They eat blocks and double teams. That allows guys like Beckwith and Jamal Adams to clean up. Right now, this LSU defense only giving up 103 rushing yards a game.
3rd and 1. And the pitch wide for the first down that time, and that was Penniman, a freshman, Devon Penniman comes in for the first time tonight, and he picked up the first down.
Yeah, Ole Miss has been forced to play younger running backs this year because Eric Swinney was lost first game against Florida State with a knee injury.
Kelly off that read, and this might be intercepted, except the LSU defenders ran into each other. Jackson and Battle collided, or that would have been Kelly's second interception.
Yeah, it was a bad decision by Chad Kelly. As you see Dante Jackson down on the ground after that, and Chad Kelly just tried to force this over the middle to his receiver A.J. Brown. And it was Dante Jackson that went up and collided with his safety John Battle. Now, had they not collided, I think this ball gets picked. That's fortuitous, certainly for Ole Miss.
In a couple of ways. First of all, it's not intercepted. Second of all, you've got two of their talented defensive backs down on the field now. And remember, LSU is without Ricky Jefferson. He broke an ankle in practice. And so John Battle has moved into that spot. And Jackson pounces up, and there's Battle. Tough hombres.
That's good news for LSU, certainly. When we talk about these wide receivers from Ole Miss and the problems that they pose, their athleticism, LSU needs to be full strength with their most experienced defenders and cover guys playing the entire game.
There is Ingram. And there is Stringfellow. 4 wide receivers. Second down and 10. Complete to the 22-yard line on the run to Van Jefferson. And Jefferson now with his 4th catch of the game.
Look how quickly Chad Kelly getting the offense lined up again after an explosive play. That's where they pick up the tempo.
Fires high, Battle for it, and caught. That was a terrific catch by Adeboyejo. Quincy Adeboyejo out of Texas went up and made a terrific catch, and it's 1st and goal for Ole Miss.
Yeah, Chad Kelly has this mindset that even if his guy's covered, he's open, because again, the height outside and the ability to high point footballs.
They can certainly run that option look with Kelly. Deceptively fast. Pitch it to Penniman, the freshman, and he's pinned to the ground by Thomas. Wayne Thomas off the LSU bench.
Yeah, Thomas made the tackle, but Kendall Beckwith made the play, again showing off his speed at 250 pounds, playing with tremendous instinct.
Now second down and goal for the Rebels. Target, and they had a blanket on it.
It was Jamal Adams. We talked about and highlighted that matchup all day. We've seen Adams be a great run defender, attack the ball, but he's showing off his coverage skills as well here in the slot. They're trying to pick play, and Adams was able to work off of that, break the pass up. This time they've got Ingram lined up at the top of the screen in the slot away from Adams, but it looks like LSU's got some bracket coverage. Maybe double team.
Kelly looks that way. And it's 4th and goal.
Now this is one that usually Evan Ingram's able to make. Now certainly this ball's got a lot of heat on it, but it needs to down here on the goal line. Evan Ingram's normally very sure-handed. Even if he had caught that, you see Tre'Davious White 18, he was right there. I'm not even sure if Ingram would have scored had he caught.
So Gary Wonderlick from the left hash, 22-yard field goal attempt, and he's 2 for 2. Pulls Ole Miss to within a point. A Louisiana Saturday night. You freeze the Magnolia Bowl, shaping up to be a damn.
Wendy's taco salad is back.
Wendy's had a taco salad?
Wendy's had a taco salad.
Fresh chopped lettuce and tomatoes, classic chili and tortilla chips. If you remember Wendy's taco salad, you're welcome. If you don't, you will.
I spy something that starts with M. Mickey. Something that starts with B. Boat. Something with F. It's fur truck.
Wait, that's 2 words. It doesn't count.
Yes, it does.
The 2017 Mitsubishi Outlander, one of America's safest crossovers, well equipped for under $24,000. Come in now and get $3,000 cash back or 0% APR.
Forget everything you think you know. Discover a world of possibility with one blade from Philips Norelco, the blade for beards, and be your best you. One blade from Philips Norelco. See Marvel's Doctor Strange in theaters November 4th.
I overpack, but my guy knows what to bring. Like Viagra single packs for ED.
Ask your doctor if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain or Adempas for pulmonary hypertension. Your blood pressure could drop to an unsafe level. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease or loss in vision or hearing.
Ask your doctor about Viagra single packs.
To achieve financial security, there are 2 halves to consider: protect and grow. Instead of focusing on insurance or investments alone, we bring them together into one whole picture. At Northwestern Mutual, we guide you along your path by combining personalized investments and world-class insurance. That's one of the reasons 96% of our clients stay with us year after year. At Northwestern Mutual, we help you live life differently.
In this conference, you've got to be a heavyweight fighter.
Next Saturday, the road to the playoff continues with a trio of Big Ten games.
ESPN College Football, brought to you by the DQ $5 Lunch, now available all day for a limited time. And the 2017 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport. Go from 0 to anywhere.
An 8 o'clock start. That means a full day of tailgating at LSU. And the Chicago Cubs are 5 outs away from going to the World Series. They lead the Dodgers 5-0. Dodgers batting top of the 8th inning. And here with 7:11 to go, Geis is going to bring it out from the end zone. And he is stopped well short of the 25. Let's quickly go to Andy in the studio.
Brent, I'm loving your Cubs updates. I'll give you today's takeaway moment, brought to you by Scottrade. As Alabama and their defense again tremendous. This time against Texas A&M in a battle of unbeatens. Ryan Anderson, the forced fumble. Jonathan Allen, the scoop and score. Bama wins this one 33-14. Back to you and Jesse.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Bama, they lost Eddie Jackson, their great defensive back, Jesse. He broke a leg. And ESPN reporting earlier, I saw it on the call, out for the season.
Yeah, that's big. A big leader in the secondary. Also very dangerous returner in the special teams game.
So here it is, 1st down and 10. Fournette, the running back. LSU leading Ole Miss now by a point after the field goal. And Fournette is just impossible to stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, and especially when he's running behind an offensive line that's getting movement and pushing defensive linemen backwards. You know, you got to crowd the box and crowd the line of scrimmage, try and get as many hats close to Fournette as you can. Right now, Ole Miss here in the 2nd quarter just not physical enough up front.
2nd down and 3. Bringing him again to daylight. Headed for the end zone, folks. Hello, end zone for Leonard Fournette. His second huge touchdown of the night. This one, 76 yards. Hussein tacks on the extra point. Well, Jess, you know of any other running back who looks more like a first rounder than number 7?
He's on the sidelines. His name's Ezekiel Elliott.
Nice folding. You deserve a raise.
Thank you.
Real sweet spinning out the spin cycle. You do deserve a raise in the form of a sweet Diet Dr. Pepper. Ooh, sip it.
That is sweet.
These are my delicates. Tumble dry. Extra heat.
I'll take these. He just folds.
Isn't she great?
How do you guys know?
Real sweet going back in the spin cycle. Diet Dr. Pepper. It's the sweet one.
The humble LED. Who could have known something so small would turn the entire lighting industry on its head? Us. Cree. We totally knew that.
Mind making a run?
I got it.
The 2017 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport, with available all-wheel control and a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, starting at $19,795.
Hey, almost home.
It's ready for any adventure you can imagine. Come in now and get $2,500 cash back or 0% APR.
When Chili started, love was free. Our food was pretty darn close, too. We're keeping that spirit alive with fajitas, a salad, and a mini molten cake for just $10. Chili's, chillin' since '75.
Hey, Evan. So, you're stuck at a work thing. With DirecTV and AT&T, you can stream all your favorite shows without using your data. That makes you more powerful than a table for 60.
Wednesdays are the new Thursdays.
Or the mandatory after party.
How early is too early to leave?
You're not going anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere.
It's your TV. Take it with you. Watch all your live channels on your devices data-free.
Monday night matchup is a good one. Brock Osweiler returns to Denver. It's the Texans and the Broncos in a mile-high city. 8:15 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Be there. This one's worth a visit. Texans and the Broncos. Young man from Montana, Kalispell, Brock Osweiler.
It's going to be a little bit of a, comeback game for him, right?
Absolutely.
Denver before.
Davis back deep. Fielded on the 9-yard line by Davis, looking for an alley to the left. And he is stopped 24 yards.
Go back and take a look at this. Look at this huge gap right here that Bing Dukes is responsible for. It's too much space, and Colin Jeter is going to get a great block on him. You know, to run the ball well, it's not just about offensive linemen, but it's tight ends and receivers. Look at Gage, number 39, wide receiver, getting a nice block as well. Bad angle taken by Deontay Anderson. That's the second time we've seen Leonard Fournette off to the races.
I know some of the fans in Alabama want to know this score. 19-7. Ohio State leads Penn State. That one in Happy Valley. Brasley's a running back, and they bring the end around. That is Pack. Markel Pack. And the Tigers ready.
It was Arden Key, who is an absolute freak show talent. for LSU at linebacker. He leads the SEC in sacks. He's got a tremendous first step, 6'6", 240 pounds. Don't see many like him.
Second down and 14. Kelly couldn't find an open receiver. Now he takes off. And he makes it to the 27-yard line. Gotcha makes the stop.
Be interesting to see here what LSU decides to do, if they man up and play aggressive in coverage or if they sit back in a big soft zone. LSU loves to man up, and it looks like that's what they're doing here. Bump and run on the outsides. Who can win one-on-one for Ole Miss?
Incomplete. That defensive back Pack is stopped by Thomas, Dwayne Thomas. Remember, Battle was shaken up.
And it's another one-on-one. We talk about receivers versus DBs. It's won by LSU again. It's a deep curl. Pack's got to come back to that football and continue running back to his quarterback. He actually stopped. And I think that's what allowed Thomas to come in from behind him and swat it away.
So White will return this punt. And here's the young man from Melbourne, Australia. Again with the left foot.
Dangerous.
White's got it at the 20. Beats the first two. But the edge is covered, and he's back to the 32-yard line.
The reason I said that time, the punter out-kicked his coverage. And that got to Tre'Davious White fast. For a guy that already has 3 career punt return scores, you need to make sure you get way more hang time on your punt.
Illegal motion on the kicking team. That penalty of 5 yards will be enforced from the end of the run. First down, LSU.
Leonard Fournette's having himself a night. We saw him get off to it early in the I formation. He's running ISO right downhill, great blocking downfield, and that left ankle looks fine. They've snuck him out of the backfield at fullback in the passing game as well, and he's delivered the punishment. Open field running, speed, the moves. He's got only 6 carries right now, but he's got 171 yards. It's the kind of impact Leonard Fournette has had in this game.
Geis, the running back, with 4:46 to go. And he picks his way for a couple of yards. You know, before the night's over, Danny Etling is a good ball handler. And I want you to talk about play action, because that's got to be a nightmare for linebackers when LSU uses either Fournette or Geis to run play action.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think Danny Etling does a really good job of making the play action fakes look very similar to when he's handing it off to Leonard Fournette and Darius Geis. And that play action, it's really benefited. It's benefited this offense this season and certainly tonight based off of those running plays.
You were good at Florida.
That was one of the very few things I was good at.
Second, no. You and Coach Spurrier, you were fun down there,
First
man.
charge timeout, LSU.
For LSU.
That will be a 30-second timeout.
So we'll take a quick break. 21-13. LSU leading Ole Miss.
Yeah, and then they just left. That's not true. No, it's not.
Stop the excuses. When your feet hurt, your work suffers. So get the Timberland Pro Gridworks boot with anti-fatigue technology.
I'm Adnan Burke. Coming up in the BMW halftime report, the Road Warriors, an update on Ohio State, as right now they're in Happy Valley trying to win once again away from Columbus. We'll also look at Heisman hopefuls, including Lamar Jackson, and top 10 blitz. Some great eye candy of the greatest plays of the day. Joey and Danny will join me, Brent. Back to you.
All right, Adnan, I want you to ask your guys, if Fournette keeps going, and they should upset Alabama here, is he a Heisman candidate again? I know he hasn't done much this year, but I want you guys to listen to this. 171 yards in the first half. That's a personal high for first half rushing yards. Touchdowns of 59 and 76 yards. Is it too late for Fournette?
Definitely not too late to be a top 15, top 10,
He's
top 5 pick.
That, actually.
I think he's good there.
So here's 3rd and 8.
We haven't talked a lot about Marquise Haynes for Ole Miss, the best pass rusher Ole Miss has lined up top here. They need him.
Lane, receiver was slipping down, and I do not see a flag. So incidental contact over there as Chark went to the ground.
3:48 left to go here in the half. Ole Miss going to get the ball first in the second half. How big of a possession would this be? Trying to generate some points before going into halftime, create some momentum here playing on the road in this kind of hostile environment.
Carlos Davis plays defensive back and returns kickoffs and punts. Is back deep, and here comes the punter from Sydney, Australia. The battle of the Australian punters. Crowd. No fair catch. And the gunner ran by him, and he made it to the 20-yard line. Well, we're calling it Big Saturday. 3 Big Ten games for you next week at noon Eastern. Michigan, Michigan State. 3:30, Northwestern will battle Ohio State at the Shoe. Then at 7, it'll be Nebraska and Wisconsin. All 3 games now are on ESPN and streaming live on the ESPN app. So let me alert the truck. I need the monitor down there in the SEC. So I watch the action in the Big Ten.
What about your alma mater, the Wildcats?
Yeah, it's amazing their comeback, Jess. You know, that ball might have been picked off. There's a penalty flag, and it came late. That is on Jackson again over there. They're really trying to pick on him.
They really are. He's been isolated this entire game on the backside in press coverage, and just too much contact.
Pass interference on the defense, number 1. It's a spot foul, automatic, first down.
He's had his left hand on these receivers a lot tonight. You see it's out there. He's grabbing the jersey a little bit with the left hand and then lets go, but that's pass interference. That's a good call, but it's officiating correct.
Judd to the 40.
Brent, what I do love seeing from LSU and their defensive coordinator, Dave Aranda, is the aggressive play calling. They're not letting Ole Miss's receivers scare them. They're doing what they do. They play press man coverage and get physical.
Kelly. There's a penalty flag. This was thrown in the backfield by the referee. Stringfellow caught the pass, but this penalty should be against Ole Miss.
Yeah, it's going to be Rod Taylor. He basically tackled a pass rusher for LSU, the left tackle.
Holding on the offense, number 73. 10-yard penalty. Replay, check it out.
Rod Taylor, who's taken over for Laramie Tunsil this year as the backside tackle. That's Arden Key, 49, one of the best pass rushers in the SEC, and that's like an MMA, UFC, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu takedown move. I mean,
it was all of that.
There's not. You don't call the penalty for that, but you get what it looked like.
And as a result, it's 2nd and 16. Kelly will try to run out of trouble, and he does. Out to the 41-yard line, makes it manageable.
Now let's go back and now 3rd down and passing situation. Arden Key, number 49 from LSU, and 6'6", 240, long arms, quick first step, his ability to bend, and how does Ole Miss want to handle him? The left tackle, Rod Taylor, had trouble with him just 2 snaps ago. Do you give him help with the running back and try and double team? Right now they've got the back lined up to his side.
Here's Kelly, and again has to run out of trouble, and he will not get the first down. Beckwith stopped him, and with a 4th down in this situation,
I think you got to punt it. If you're Hugh Freeze, you're going to get the ball back first in the second half. It's way too early. I know you love to be aggressive, but you're having issues right now stopping LSU running the football. You do not want to give the ball back to Leonard Fournette here in your own territory. He's just going to try to milk as much clock. Yes.
Use a timeout and then send the punter in. That would be my guess of what Hugh is doing right here. So let the clock run out. Remember, he's got a big leg with that punter. We're going to back it up.
Delay game on the offense. Number 10, 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Here comes the punting team.
And remember, last time Gleason kind of kicked a low line drive punt that gave Tre'Davious White, one of the most dangerous return men in the country, an opportunity. He's got to be really good with the direction, but get hang time and allow the coverage unit to get downfield.
Will Gleason, he's been punting left-footed tonight at rugby style. Fair catch is the signal at the 17-yard line with minute 10 left here in the first half. The Cubs are 2 outs away.
You're the best. He's unbelievable. You got to watch it. We got TVs and monitors all around the place. This guy watches 4 games at once. I don't know how you do it.
Hey, Jess, what's your feeling right now about LSU and what you're seeing?
Well, I think you're seeing, the impact that Leonard Fournette, whether he's healthy or not, can have and how he can help them be explosive. But this, to me, is a completely different LSU offense than the one we saw week 1 when they lost at Lambeau Field to Wisconsin. Obviously, they made the change of quarterback, put Etling in. They've been more explosive throwing the football as well. To me, Brent, just so much more balance and explosive now throwing and running.
Geisel, there's that play action, and they weren't fooled. This could be a turnover. Ole Miss football. How about this turn of events?
And there's Marquise Haynes. We talked about the pass rush from Ole Miss and his impact in this game. He had a fumble recovery earlier. That time, he just beat the right tackle, Maya Tahuma, all by himself. What a play by the Rebel D.
Jalen Jones saved it, and Etling
getting up slow. I don't blame him. Watch
he recovered the fumble. You watch Jones recover this fumble.
Speed and quickness. 225 pounds, just way too much speed, and a big shot on Etling, which forced that fumble.
What a turn of events.
And clean, too. I like that. You know, how many targeting hits do you see like that when you've got the open shot? The forcible contact made to the shoulder of Etling. Clean play.
So it's 1st down and goal for Ole Miss. Play action. Middle. Kelly going to take off. And he is to the 3-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and goal. Gottschall brought him down.
And Brett, I would like to see them use Chad Kelly's legs down in this area of the field. The zone read game, getting the extra blocker inside the 5-yard line. He's a big, tough quarterback. 6'2", 225 pounds. Use it.
Penniman, the freshman, will be his running back. And they swarm all over him, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Yeah, it's not really what Ole Miss does. You don't see Chad Kelly kind of lining up under center.
Second charge timeout. Ole Miss. 30-second timeout.
When they run the ball, they're more successful generally from shotgun spread sets, not when they want to go big boy and line up in the I formation like LSU wants to.
Make a point about Hugh Freeze here. Remember when he didn't burn the timeout, he took the 5-yard penalty when he wanted to punt? That means he's got one in his pocket if they don't make it on 3rd down. He's managed his timeouts very well here. He can then use it, and they've got a 4th down. It's 16 seconds with a timeout. You can run the football. There's no doubt about it. You don't have to throw this ball into the end zone. The Etling being tended to over there in the sideline, and of course, if he's out any length of time, we'd see Brandon Harris, the veteran.
I wonder what it is, because, you know, his head snapped back when he took that hit. for Marquise Haynes. You know, obviously not a doctor, but I'm wondering if some of that concussion protocol and just making sure that he's all there. I mean, watch his head on this hit again. Boom, snaps, and ball comes out, and then that head hits the grass as he goes to the ground. And obviously, you want to take all the precautions that you need to. That was a big league shot.
Here is 3rd and goal. Judd back on the field as the Ole Miss running back. Judd battling, end zone, touchdown, Ole Miss.
That's when they're better, running the ball.
Penalty flag comes.
Yeah.
A little scuffling there in the end zone afterwards, and the penalty flag, the officials quickly jump in and separate them.
And we talk about these rivalry games, division opponents, a lot of history, and it's getting chippy. This is a great game on the field, but it needs to stay clean.
See if Ole Miss elects to have Wonderlic just tack on the extra point, or they go for the tie. It's awfully early to go for 2 points here. They'll have some unsportsmanlike conduct, I think, handed out.
Yeah, they're better when they spread you out. Here's just a classic zone read play, and Akeem Judd at 225 pounds, keeping the legs churning. Good push up front. And that fumble forced by Haynes set that up.
I didn't know I'd ever
after
get to
the play
say
was
this.
over,
right after this.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 49 on the defense.
Wow.
That's number 49's first of the game. Half the distance. We'll play the try down.
And that's important just because he's, I think, one of their best players, obviously, defensively, and he can't afford another one of those unsportsmanlikes where he gets kicked out.
Final charge timeout. Ole Miss.
The Chicago
That's an extended
Cubs
timeout.
Can I give you a high five
are
here in
going to the World Series.
Hey, just do it near my microphone so people can hear it.
Yeah, baby.
Did you hear that, America? Brent Musburger fired up.
I didn't know I'd ever get to say that in my lifetime. But, you know, my old buddy Jack Brickhouse, God bless him, he once said, way back, he said, well, any team can have a bad century. And that's certainly what the Cubs had. So it's a magnificent story for the city of Chicago. And I hope all of those people go to saloons, sit down in their rec rooms, and watch us in the second half, because this is going to be a great second half.
Listen, there's not a lot of things that Brent Musburger has not ever said in relation to sports. He's covered so many great events around the world and everything. Just to hear you say you never thought you might ever say that in your life. There's a first time for everything. I'm just happy I'm standing beside you to get to hear you do that.
I saw a picture of Billy Williams. He's up there, one of the great Cub outfielders. Ernie Banks was a great buddy. Harry Carey and I, we used to tip a few in Chicago. All the memories of all of those guys. And I hope Steve Bartman somewhere is enjoying it. That was ridiculous what he went through. So here we go. They are going to go for 2. Judd and Kelly keeps it. So they work it, and this time for the 2-point conversion, Chad Kelly keeps it, and we are deadlocked at 21.
And there's the gamble paying off by Hugh Freeze on the road. Team already with 3 losses, just lost to Arkansas last week, and you wondered how they were going to respond. Very impressed watching the fight in this Ole Miss team here early in Death Valley. And they run the zone read. We talked about this, and Chad Kelly can do this inside the 5-yard line. Little fake handoff. The linebacker, number 40, Duke Raleigh, just screams down the line of scrimmage to take that. There's no one back in the gap to fill. It's a 225-pound quarterback. I mean, he's not Jamarcus Russell size from LSU back in the day, but he's dangerous. He's fired up. Look at him.
He's a tough fella.
Well, he's Jim Kelly's nephew.
Now, somebody told me that Jim was going to be here tonight. We haven't received confirmation.
He was one of my favorites, Brent. I had a poster of Jim Kelly in my bedroom growing up. That was a guy I grew up idolizing.
There is confirmation from Kaylee. She said Jim is here tonight.
The star power we have, right? Ezekiel Elliott on the sideline, Jim Kelly. People showing up for the Magnolia Bowl.
Burt Jones. Into the Hall of Fame.
Archie Manning's here.
Archie Manning.
Yeah, he stopped by the booth earlier. They all come out. What a game it's been so far. It's delivered on the field.
We got some star power in this one, partner. Geis is going to go back, and Leonard Fournette, 59 and 76-yard touchdown runs in this game. Geis picks it up, and he stopped short of the 10-yard line. The final 6 seconds of the first half. Well, the coaching matchup, huh? Ed Ogeron, and good to see that Etling returns to the field. Ed Ogeron, the interim coach, was once the head coach at Ole Miss, and he hired Hugh Freeze. And that gravelly voice of his. Freeze had actually gone down to Miami when Ed was named the coach. He was on the staff down there with Jimmy Johnson. Terrific coaching staff down there. And at a championship game, he went to practice and told Ed that if you hire me, I'll be the best assistant you ever hired. And Etling takes a knee, and the first half runs out. Deadlocked at 21. The Magnolia Bowl. Ole Miss and LSU. Now let's go to the studio for the BMW halftime report. Here's Adnan Vert. Take it away, Adnan.
You got it, Brent. The BMW halftime report with Joey Galloway and Danny Cannell alongside the real stars of the show. JT Barrett, number 2, Ohio State visiting Penn State. Second quarter. This game's over on ABC. Buckeyes leading at 3-0. Barrett hitting Marcus Baugh. Somehow stays in bounds, gets in the end zone, 26-yard touchdown.
Great play by the tight end. This game is a lot closer than people expected. Penn State's hanging in there.
Extra point was no good, but Ohio State up 9-0. 15 seconds left in the second quarter. To Joey's point, that's Trace McSorley to Chris Godwin. 5-point game.
Beautiful throw, that 50-50 ball. You give your receiver a chance, goes up and makes a play. I think that weather is affecting Ohio State, too. It's just a nasty, rainy, cold day, kind of slowing down the offenses.
Third quarter, Ohio State ball in its own territory. That's Curtis Samuel taking the handoff. He's gone.
This kind of play is good in any weather. Doesn't matter if it's cold or rainy. You hand it off to your best athlete, let him run.
So Ohio State pulling away there. Now 21-7 through 3. Once again, it's over on ABC. You see the numbers for Barrett so far. Texas A&M facing Alabama in T-Town in the third quarter. Bama trailing it by 1. Jalen Hurts to Calvin Ridley, 4-yard score.
This was a theme throughout this game, and mostly for this year for Alabama. Easy, simple reads and simple throws for Jalen Hurts in the air.
Hurts dropping back, finding open space to run 37 yards for the touchdown.
And this is what he's best at. He's a terrific athlete. You can see when he gets to the second level, receivers blocking downfield because they understand he's a playmaker with his feet.
Alabama's now won 20 straight games, longest win streak under Nick Saban, the longest active win streak in the FBS. So here's the question. Bama's number 1 right now. Ohio State's number 2. Joey, how much separation is there between those two teams?
I have Clemson number 2 in my own ranking. So there was a lot of separation between number 3, Ohio State. When you watch Alabama, they dominate on both sides of the ball. And there is never that time when you feel like their game is in jeopardy. Even when Texas A&M went up by a point today in the first half, you still did not feel like Texas A&M had enough to beat Alabama.
Here's the thing that's kind of scary for me with Alabama is they can still get better passing the football with Jalen Hurts. We talked about his ability to run the football. They have so many weapons around him that you have to honor all of them. And when you have one-on-one matchups with a quarterback like that, he can make one guy miss and then take it to the house. And we talked about the defense. I mean, Texas A&M had to play a near-perfect game today in order to pull off that upset. They gave up, they coughed the one on the ground to Jonathan Allen. He scoops it and scores. You cannot spot that team 7 points or any amount of points in that type of atmosphere.
But do you feel like Alabama's head and shoulders the best team in the country, or maybe, as you've said, peak Bama right now?
No, they're great, but there are some other teams that can play when they go Ohio State, Clemson, Washington. There's a handful of teams that are starting to separate themselves in the country as the top-tier teams.
FBSI, 12 non-offensive touchdowns for Alabama this year have been one of the secrets to their success. Moving on here on the BMW Halftime Report. When we come back, we'll talk more about Heisman hopefuls. Is it already Lamar Jackson's award in New York at the end of the season? Also some great plays from Saturday. We'll count you down when we come back.
After the gridiron battles have been waged, join College Football Final to see who stepped up to the challenge and who wanted it more.
Let's make some noise.
And watch a new player realize her potential as Jayla joins Kirk and the crew of the Enterprise in their battle to save the Federation.
Hold on to something!
Own Star Trek on Blu-ray November 1st.
Hey, guys. Hey. Oh, is this the new boyfriend?
Yes. We haven't met yet. You're the sweetest. Yes. Do you want to hold him?
Hold my baby, man.
So easy to dip, so hard to put down. Rolled chicken tacos. Tasty shredded chicken all rolled up with your choice of dips. Back at Taco Bell.
Being a part of the Southeastern Conference, it means more than you might think. It means the heart of a home, the heart of campus, in the heart of town, in the heart of an entire state. It means A1 and A2. It means all together and all in the family. Whatever it is, here, it just means more.
RossDowningChevrolet.com. Here, shop brand new Chevys with one click. See more new Silverados when you log on. RossDowningChevrolet.com. Schedule service. Get credit pre-approval. Take advantage of online specials. RossDowningChevrolet.com. Chat live. Order parts and accessories. If you can do it there,
Truck buyers, this is your year. The Nissan Year of the Truck and SUV event is at Eddie Terrell's North Park Nissan. Hurry in and save $12,000 off MSRP on the new 2016 Nissan Titan. 0% APR financing is available on select models. And drive new car nice at a used car price. 2016 Pathfinders, buy for $18,900. 2016 Rogue, buy for just $18,800. This is your year to drive a new Nissan during the Nissan Year of the Truck and SUV event. Rush to Eddie Terrell's North Park Nissan. Buy smart. Buy North Park.
You're watching the BMW Halftime Report.
Coach O right now, 2-0, taking care of the LSU Bayou Bengals, and right now Leonard Fournette's helping him out as well. 2 long touchdown runs. This is one of them, 21-all right now at the half. Hugh Freeze talking with Kaylee Hartung.
Coach, a crazy turn of events to end the half. What did that last minute of play represent for your team?
It's got to give us confidence, you know. I mean, we should have had more points than we do. We got to score when we get in the red zone. But, you know, we've given them explosive plays for their scores. We've got to stop that. But our kids are competing. It's a great Ole Miss LSU rivalry game Saturday night in the SEC. We got, 30 more minutes we got to play.
Explosive plays by Leonard Fournette. Is there an answer to stopping him?
Yeah, we've got to fit our gaps, and you cannot miss a gap on him. And, they're a good football team. They're going to have some of those. We just, we cut a guy loose for a touchdown pass. We can't do that. We played good in spurts defensively. Now we got to get 30 minutes of it.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Kayla.
Good name check there from the coach. All right, other highlights here for you. Auburn hosting Arkansas. A couple of Auburn greats. Charles Barkley, Bo Jackson, both in attendance. Bo knows football. Late in the second quarter, Sean White, Stanton Truitt waltzing in.
So easy for a quarterback to throw the ball when the team can run the way that Auburn ran the ball today. Over 500 yards rushing makes it so easy at quarterback.
Cameron Petway as well, 192 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground.
Nationally, the news this week is going to be about Bama. How good are they? But Auburn, what they're doing, flying underneath the radar, is just getting better every week. They're going to come into play at that Iron Bowl.
Nice when you get a handshake from Bo Jackson as well. 56-3 was a rout. Baker Mayfield, Oklahoma facing Texas Tech. Of course, his former school, first quarter. Mayfield, D.D. Westbrook, who's been on fire.
Yeah, this offense has been rolling the past few weeks. Oklahoma's looking better and better.
Late in the second quarter, Patrick Mahomes throwing deep down the field, and Jonathan Giles, this is a shoestring catch.
Ooh, go down and get it. Great catch. Ball control, keeping your body in bounds, hitting that pylon.
And then Mayfield to Nick Basquin. Back of the end zone. Sooners up 30-24 after a wild first half.
Texas Tech came back and made this a game. This looked like it's going to be a blowout early.
It's early in the third. Sooners have that 6-point lead. Houston and SMU in the second. SMU's up 7-0, and Ben Hicks will find Jeremiah Gaines 31-yard touchdown. They're up 14-0.
Starting to feel like, can SMU do it? Early on in the game, you see they started to build a little lead, and you're thinking Houston's going to come back and make it a game.
Yeah, biggest deficit Coach Tom Herman had faced as the head coach of Houston. And 120 seconds left in the half. Hicks to James Prochet. SMU pulls off an upset.
You got to give Chad Morris, head coach of SMU, a ton of credit. This was one of the worst programs in all of college football before he got there. This team is definitely on the upswing.
38-16. They win this one. So Houston will not be crashing the top 10, but when we come back, we'll talk about the other schools in the top 10 and discuss who's on the rise and who is not.
This halftime report is presented by BMW. We only make one thing, the ultimate driving machine.
Sup? 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 All right, we all wearing our lucky socks, right? Check. Blue cooler? Check. Green cooler? Check. Rabbit's foot? I got 4.
Wait, the last time we won, we were in different seats.
Good call. Can't believe we almost forgot that.
I was driving last time, but I drove last time. Okay, we're gonna lose.
Best-in-class cargo space plus best-in-class performance. The BMW X1. Lease a BMW X1 S-Drive 28i for as low as $299 per month.
In the 70s, if you wanted to spend your lunch hour waiting in line, you went to the bank. Now with the Chili's app, just tap and skip the line. And combos start at just $6. Chili's, chillin' since 75.
Forget everything you think you know. Discover a world of possibility with one blade from Philips Norelco, the blade for beards, and be your best you. One blade from Philips Norelco. See Marvel's Doctor Strange in theaters November 4th.
I see gold in the air, in promise in the strings. I see love in our hearts, futures in our dreams. I had a dream, you were a laser light, burning down the
When the sun goes down, the limes go in.
I owe it all to you.
We will eradicate the authority of the earth.
We sent men beyond our atmosphere, but the open space gave way to an insurgency.
Captain's dead.
So who has the con, Gator?
I believe you do, sir.
Salt, you with me?
Always.
You lack what it takes to win this war.
Rated M for mature. Get access to the beta this weekend. Play it first on PS4.
PlayStation.
This halftime report is presented by BMW. We only make one thing, the ultimate driving machine.
Let's take a look at the BMW Ultimate Performance nominee from Utah. It's Joe Williams. 332 rushing yards. It's a school record. Also had 4 touchdowns. This is a guy who retired and then came back when they voted him back.
Well, he quit and then came back. Team had to vote him back in, but good for him.
Yeah, tune into the 1 a.m. Sports Center to find out the BMW Ultimate Performance today. All right, top 10 blitz. The best schools right now in the country and plays featuring them. Got something a little different here. So first off, how about Wisconsin and Iowa? Bart Houston finding Troy Fumagalli for the touchdown. Wisconsin wins.
And this Wisconsin team, they still have a chance to win the Big Ten West. They face Nebraska, and they got to hope Nebraska loses another game along the way.
Corey Clement, 134 yards on the ground. A good sign there for Wisconsin that loves to run the football. Lamar Jackson, number 7, Louisville, hosting NC State. Jackson this is one of his 4 touchdowns in the game.
And it's just going to be the Lamar Jackson show. Every time you see Louisville play, he's the front runner in the Heisman, and he's going to continue to put up these huge numbers week in and week out.
He's not the front runner. He's the eventual winner. That's what he is.
Yeah, right now, not even a contest. 54-13 is Jackson padding those stats even more. How about Michigan? Wilton Spate to Jake Butt here. Michigan wins at 41-8 after this funny formation.
Yeah, Michigan's getting to the second half of their season. And when you looked at their season to begin, the first half was going to be easy. Second half, here comes the test. They got Michigan State next week, who hasn't looked very good, but Ohio State looming at the end of the season.
Michigan wins this one as Spate was good. Also in the Big Ten, number 8, Nebraska hosting Purdue. This was Tommy Armstrong Jr. to DeMornay Pearson L. Nebraska wins 27-14.
You've got strong leadership at the quarterback position, and Tommy Armstrong Jr. You trust him with this offense. But this Nebraska team, I still don't know just how good they are because of the quality of their wins. And another one, again, Purdue.
A fair concern. Chris Peterson, number 5, Washington hosting Oregon State. Jake Browning to Dante Pettis, who will juke here and go on in. Washington wins 41-17.
The surprise of the college football season to me is Washington clearly separating itself as the best team in the Pac-12. They are an absolute playoff contender.
More updates on the way after this.
Remember when everything you did was for the fun of doing it? BMW sports activity vehicles are the perfect combination of ample space, dynamic power, and sleek design. There truly is an X perfect for every adventure, so you can go wherever the fun takes you. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Lease a BMW X1 S-Drive 28i for as low as $299 per month.
Yeah, we can win, so I'm saying start me. Let's do this. Stop all plays, just using my body. When I'm on your mannequin, change your roster up and just start me. Opponents never gonna make first downs. Try, then won't gain no ground.
Build your team and take them all the way. Madden NFL 17. Rated E for everyone.
Xbox One S, starting at $299.
If you think all premium gasolines are the same, think again. Stay ahead of engine threats like corrosion, wear, and gunk. Shell V-Power Nitro Plus Premium Gasoline. The best total engine protection you can get. Period.
Every 6 seconds, a Domino's pizza lover's dreams are dashed by one Sally Soul Smasher in the group who wants a salad instead. Eat a pizza once in a while! Luckily, we love pizza so much, we're introducing salads to our menu. So nobody can veto pizza night. So tell those lettuce lovers, listen up! There's no reason to ruin pizza night now.
Order a medium 2-topping pizza and a delicious Domino's salad for only $5.99 each.
Pizza's good!
Yeah, you'd love it here. The campus and the town are off the charts great. But did you know Ole Miss academics are off the charts too? National recognition in accounting, engineering, pharmacy, international studies, and so much more. Ole Miss has the majors you want and the expertise to prepare you for an exciting career. You want a career that matters? Go to a school that matters.
Skylar Howard and number 12 West Virginia hosting TCU. Third quarter, the Mountaineers up 24-10 and driving. Howard rolling out and Karan White, a great catch in the end zone.
There's about 4 or 5 plays, 4 or 5 catches that you could show from these West Virginia wide receivers just making plays all day long.
Mountaineers still unbeaten, now 6-0 and moving up, I would think, in the overall rankings. Ohio State and Penn State over on ABC. This is Trace McSorley, 35 yards to Saeed Blacknell.
Another one, what we see before, a 50-50 ball, you kind of throw it up, give your receiver a chance to make a play, and Penn State's making them right now, hanging tough in this game.
Yeah, second and goal. Look at McSorley here. Doesn't see anybody, so let's see if he can run it out, and just barely does sneak in. So currently 21-14 for Ohio State. Once again, it's over on ABC if you want to check that out. And congratulations to the Chicago Cubs. They're going nuts on the north side, 5-0. They are back in the World Series for the first time since 1945. Just saw Joe Madden with the hat backwards. Going to love him. Clayton Kershaw struggled in this game, although he was great for the Dodgers all postseason. Hendricks, money as well.
Who are they playing against?
Cubs and Indians.
Indians? No Indians.
Two long-suffering fan bases. It's going to be a lot of fun, that World Series, which you can listen to on ESPN Radio. Leonard Fournette, off and running, 21-0 right now. Brett Musburger, Jesse Palmer, Haley Hartog. Second half on the way.
Yeah, hard work and dedication, but that's not enough. I mean, look at this cookie cutter copy and paste blah. Where is something new, something different? There. Come on, you freaks. Unleash your creativity. Free your imagination, your genius, and superstition. Make your own luck and make this guy wanna steal your look. Come on, shock the world, be the next, do something different. Now make it up on the fly. If you call yourself an athlete, create something. Why are you even here? Sport needs you.
Football season is here.
Yeah, it is, and make sure your favorite ESPN host is front and center.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Saturday comes before Sunday. Set college football as your top priority.
Fantasy football's where it's at, fellas, and I got a fantasy come true for you, my friend, watching me live.
Guys, I just added ESPN to my favorite channels on PlayStation Vue. I can watch you all.
You like them better than me, don't you?
No, I love you all.
All right.
PlayStation. Being a part of the Southeastern Conference, it means more than you might think. It means taking the field, every field, by storm. It's a single gesture and a double major. It's camping out for a week for a practice. It's home and away. And it is so not a phase. Whatever it is, here, it just means more.
Ford F-Series keeps the good times rolling in the brand more people buy than buy again. Ford F-150 has the highest safety rating any truck can get. And as the best-selling truck for 39 straight years, F-Series has turned toughness into a tradition. Get 0 for 72, plus current Ford owners get $1,000 owner loyalty cash on a 2016 F-150. Only at your Southern Quality Ford dealer.
39 years in a row, Ford F-150, #1 seller in America. What about in the USA? Let's see, what about in the world? Who sells more trucks than Ford? Nobody. It's because the Lamarck team is the real team. All that makes it happen is one goal. Everybody having a great experience at Lamarck Ford. We became #1 for a reason, because we're good. And we need to prove it every day, every deal, all the time.
Zone touchdown, Ole Miss. Welcome back to college football prime time, presented by Geico. Just a dandy on a beautiful Saturday night in Louisiana. Ole Miss 21, LSU 21. Danny Etling for a couple of shots. The man of the half, Leonard Fournette. Jess, I think we're up for a great second half.
I do too. And, you know, this first half really starts and ends with Leonard Fournette. He missed the last 2 games on left ankle injury. Welcome back to LSU and made his presence felt very early, looking very explosive. Might not be 100%, but still tremendous speed. He's been running with a lot of power as well. Only 6 carries, 171 yards already for LSU's running back. They've also been creative in how they've used him, throwing to him out of the backfield at fullback. But there was a great series of plays for Ole Miss late in the first half. First, Marquise Haynes hits a sack on Danny Etling, forces a fumble. Ole Miss takes over deep in LSU territory. They run a zone read play to Keem Judd. He takes it in for a touchdown, down 2. They went for it on a 2-point conversion. Chad Kelly runs it in on the zone read, and here we are, Brent, deadlocked.
Yeah, and Chad Kelly bringing the offense out. Their first possession here of the second half, and after the touchback, of course, they'll start from the 25. And what are the things that you liked about Chad?
Yeah, I love the fact that he slings it. This guy's a competitor, and he's not going to stop taking his shots. This offense and their explosive nature is built on their ability throwing the vertical ball deep down the field. They won some of those one-on-one matchups. They lost some in the first half, but that's not going to scare number 10 from slinging the pill deep down the field here in the second half.
He opens with Judd as his running back. Gets the first call into the middle to the 30-yard line. Neal brings him down for LSU. Judd carried the ball. Second down and 5. Battering straight ahead again and appearing just about a yard short, and Neal again.
Well, this will be one thing that'll help Chad Kelly in the vertical passing game. If they can establish some of these run plays and these inside zones, set up some play action shots deep down the field, it'll be huge for this offense.
Judd, and he was stopped short of the first down. Riley hitting first.
Yeah, Duke Riley came firing through the gap as there's an Ole Miss player down on the ground. That looks like their starting left tackle, Rod Taylor, grabbing that ankle. And that's such a critical position in this game for Ole Miss too, because that's the guy that has to protect Chad Kelly's blind side, facing Arden Key, who leads the SEC in sacks right now with 7. Now, Ole Miss has an excellent backup in Greg Little. He's a true freshman. He was the #2 overall prospect in high school. That's gotten a lot of snaps this year. You see kind of the friendly fire. It's kind of coming in from behind him. He's blocking Arden Key, and then it's Duke Riley, number 40, that kind of rolls into the back of his ankle, and right away, Rod Taylor goes down, clutching it. You see, look at those LSU players and how much they respect Rod Taylor, huddling near him. And it's a great rivalry game, obviously, but these players, a lot of them know each other. A lot of them played against each other in high school, certainly as SEC West Division opponents. It's good to see right there him getting up.
And that will probably signal the arrival of a freshman by the name of Greg Little when they come back. Right now, of course, it'll be the punting team on the field with 4th and 1. They're stopped on their first series. White again goes back deep to return this punt. Standing on the LSU 23. Here's Gleason with that left foot. Fair catch, the signal. And a good one at the 22-yard line. Catch is made, and as Kentucky has beaten Mississippi State at the buzzer with a field goal, let's check in down below with Kayleon Kojo.
Well, Brent, if we cut down on these turnovers and give the ball to Leonard Fournette every chance we've got, we'll win this game. A very frank assessment from Ed Ogeron at the half. And Ogeron told me it's the turnovers that are hurting this team, the message to the team that they've got to stop them. When you look at what his defensive backs have done as well, we've seen the good and the bad from them. He said, yeah, there were a couple blown coverages there and some calls that were questionable. It's all about assignments here.
Danny Etling, and that's Mouton, standing in front of number 7, Leonard Fournette. Right side, there's that gaping hole again. Could it be? Will he strike for the trifecta? He does! 78 more yards for Leonard Fournette. Hold on to your Heisman Trophy ballots. 59, 76, and now 78.
He's only carried it 7 times. He's already nearing 250 yards. And true freshman safety Deontay Anderson is having a hard night with Leonard Fournette. Look at number 2. He's the guy that got run over early when Fournette caught the ball. This time he takes the stiff arm. Finds out about the power that Leonard Fournette has. That stiff arm quickly becoming legendary this year. It's probably one of the more violent ones I've ever seen.
Delahousse tacks it up. 28-21. Worth another look. Enjoy. Down goes the DB. Catch me if you can. Big boy football.
I'm here in Bristol, Virginia, and now I'm in Bristol, Tennessee. On this side of the road is Virginia, and on this side it's Tennessee. No matter which state in the country you live in, you could save hundreds on car insurance by switching to Geico. Look, I'm in Virginia. I'm in Tennessee. Virginia, Tennessee. And now I'm in Virginia Sea.
See how much you could save on car insurance.
Or am I in Tennessee?
I'm Ryan.
Ryan, nice to meet you. I'm John.
Elena.
Nice to meet you.
Where's the rest of the car?
This is the new 2017 Chevy Cruze. I'm only going to show you half of it. What do you think? I think it looks very sleek.
The lights remind me of Audi lights, which is pretty neat.
I'm really curious to see the rest of the car if I get to.
It has built-in 4G LTE Wi-Fi. I like that. It comes with Apple CarPlay compatibility, and it starts at $22,190.
Nice. That's a great price.
I'm impressed.
But there's another side to this car.
Oh, wow.
Theron love it.
This is the first ever Chevy Cruze hatch.
Wow.
Well, that's impressive. So check it out.
There's a lot of space.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I do like it a lot.
What's your first impression of seeing the whole car now?
Looks good from all angles.
It actually reminds me of like a small SUV.
Let's see what we got in here. This is probably a tent. Shuttlecock, anybody? You want to go in the lake, Ryan?
Yeah, let's go.
Now that you know it's a hatchback, what does it make you think of?
Me, I want to drive it. Like a young professional / weekend warrior. The whole business in the front, party in the back sort of thing.
This $6.99 any deal is too good to be true. 2 medium pizzas with any toppings, any crust, any recipe, no questions asked. Well, I got some questions. Does that include meat lovers?
Yeah.
Are you a hologram?
What?
The $6.99 any deal, is it proof that no one out pizzas the hut?
At LSU, we're pretty competitive. We helped prove Einstein's theories about gravity. Nailed it. France designated our French program as a center of excellence. We've discovered 41 species of birdies. LSU, we're pretty competitive because we're here to win.
This is the FCC on ESPN, and what a season we're having. Kentucky just had a 51-yard field goal by Austin McGinnis as time expired. They rally in the closing seconds to edge Mississippi State. Here it has been the Leonard Fournette show. Meanwhile, in Happy Valley, Penn State putting up a stand, trails Ohio State 21-17. Here is Davis, 25. Brings it to the 30-yard line. Good starting field position.
Yeah, that's what they're going to need. And, you know, with their defense's inability to stop Leonard Fournette right now running the football, it just puts so much more pressure now on Chad Kelly and this offense to make each and every possession count. This game is turning into an offensive shootout on both sides. Ole Miss, they make their living throwing it. And we know LSU makes their living running it. Which side can make the most plays?
Greg Little, who we mentioned, is the tackle on the left side. A tremendous upside, but he's a true freshman weighing in at left tackle. And he's up against Key. Key beat him. Key came around the edge on the freshman. Welcome to a speed rusher in the SEC, young man.
It's a bad idea to block Arden Key with one guy, and Ole Miss now, offensively, schematically, is going to have to change that.
Key trying to get there again and could not. Ingram with his first catch, and he's drilled by White.
So here's the scenario now where you need to give your left tackle, true freshman Greg Little, help. Arden Key is a guy that can move around, but they're going to keep him lined up on the left side of Chad Kelly and his blind side. And Ole Miss doesn't leave Evan Ingram in at tight end to block. They need him out running routes. So how do you help the true freshman out? Right now they got the running back lined up that side as well.
There's Key. Got there again. It was Key who forced the issue, and then Godshaw cleaned it up. But he showed the young man an inside rush. You've got to get an H-back or a fullback or somebody to help him out over there against this young man.
He's just way too quick, Brent. He's going to stunt inside here. It just shows you that quickness. 6'6", 240. The ability to bend, and you're right, he didn't make the sack, but he made the play. Godshaw able to clean it up, but Arden Key, he's the next Kiki Mingo, Daniil Hunter, great LSU pass rusher.
Forcing an Ole Miss punt. White is back from the 22-yard line, spins to the 37-yard line. The LSU defense against an injury-riddled offensive line, starting to take charge in Death Valley.
Welcome.
Hi.
Today we're going to be comparing these two truck beds. Let's start over here with this aluminum bed. Put your toolbox up here.
Whoa. That's a big hole. That is unbelievable.
Now let's check out the roll-formed steel bed of the Silverado. Same angle, same empty toolbox.
Took it way better. The steel held up.
It's truck month. Make a strong decision. Find your tag and get over $11,000 total value on this Silverado All-Star.
Silverado proved it is the toughest truck here.
The new Pixel phone by Google, only on Verizon.
Okay, Google, show me Korean restaurants in Boulder.
I found a few places. The only network that can power the first phone with the new Google Assistant, unlimited photo storage, and a stunning VR experience.
How is this possible?
So buy a Pixel only on Verizon and get up to $300 back. And right now, get 4 lines and 20 gigs for just $160 with no surprise overages. All on America's best network.
Guys. Hey!
Oh, is this the new boyfriend?
Yes. We haven't met yet. You're the sweetest. Yes. Do you want to hold him?
Hold my baby, man.
So easy to dip, so hard to put down. Rolled chicken tacos. Tasty shredded chicken all rolled up with your choice of dips. Back at Taco Bell.
ESPN College Football, brought to you by Chevrolet. More 2016 J.D. Power Dependability Awards than any other brand. And Taco Bell's Rolled Chicken Tacos.
Paul Kuchowski, our ops manager, riding that bike. We call him Cooch. And Penn State has just gone ahead of number 2 Ohio State. 4:27 left. That game on ABC. 23-21 Penn State. Fournette and Mouton into the game here for LSU. Etling's got open man, and that's Malachi Dupree.
I really have just liked watching Danny Etling ever since he took over. He's just brought this offense an added element. And here they're just kind of working a 2-man route. We used to call this a fork route at Florida, where Malachi Dupree in the slot working to the boundary, wide open, very catchable ball thrown by Danny Etling.
First down and 10 from the Ole Miss 45-yard line. LSU up by 7. Toss play. Fournette stopped. It's an unusual word to say with Fournette as we check in down below with Kaylee.
You'll remember Danny Etling took a hard hit at the end of that first half. Coach Orgeron told me no concern, he's just fine. But Brandon Harris, now his backup, joked with me during the half, hey, I thought I was about to be like Clayton Kershaw and come out of the bullpen, but nope, not tonight.
Well, Mr. Kershaw gave up a home run tonight in Wrigley Field. He might want to grab one of those cubbies, Kaylee. And so he was the losing pitcher. Second down and 6. Fournette. That's the 2 best defensive plays we've seen on number 7.
Yeah. A little extracurricular activity.
Which brings me to a story. Coach O, last night in practice, put together clips of LSU's loss in Oxford last year against this Ole Miss team. Looked like it grabbed his face mask to me on that replay. But Coach O said we did not fight back. We were intimidated. We will fight back here tonight. And he showed him some of the game clips from that loss in Oxford. Now it's 3rd down and 9. Etling. First down, Malachi Dupree. And he threw it where only the receiver could catch it.
Yeah, when you watch Danny Etling play, he just has so much composure and experience. Remember, he started a bunch of games at Purdue. He's brought stability to this offense in the quarterback position. He plays on time. catchable balls, but he gets it out of his hands early and gets it to the receiver early, so he doesn't take unnecessary sacks. And then that's part of being a game manager and helping keep this offense on schedule. Very impressive.
First down and 10 from the 35. Here's Etling. Incomplete, and Anderson probably should have had that one.
There's a new body on the field right now for Ole Miss. The Rebel fans haven't seen all year. That's number 6, Fadal Brown. He was a 2-year starter at defensive end for them. He didn't play at all this year yet because he had 2 surgeries on his foot. Now, he's a big guy at 6'4", 270. That's very athletic and good in the run, and they need him right now. Good to see him back on the field for the Rebels.
Second down and 10. Here's Fournette. Stopped again, and suddenly Ole Miss able to shut down. That time it was Bing Dukes as we check in the studio with Adnan.
Thank you very much, Brent. Penn State special team stepping up big time. 2 block kicks in this quarter. One was on a punt in this one. The field goal. Marcus Allen the block and Grant Haley the scoop and score all the way for the touchdown. Big time play by Penn State. It's over on ABC. They're up by 3. 4.5 to go, Brent.
All right, keep an eye on that. Howard shuts down. Etling quickly gets it off to Fournette. And Fournette will be pushed out short of that first down. One of my favorite stats in all of football. Ara Parsegan coached at Northwestern, Miami of Ohio. Before that came Northwestern. And, of course, legendary Hall of Famer at Notre Dame. Never did he have a punt blocked.
Really?
In his entire coaching career.
This is before rugby-style punting and all that stuff now. Yeah, wow.
Delahousse trots out. You know who Delahousse's favorite football player is? He loves Bobby Boucher, the linebacker. 45-yard attempt. Drills it. A 10-point advantage. LSU. Penn State ahead with 4:21 remaining in Happy Valley.
Don't miss all the Decision Day action tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern.
This just in, Wendy's announces a new Swiss Junior Bacon Cheeseburger as an option with the 4 for $4 for a limited time. With 4 nuggets, fries, and a drink for just $4, the Swiss Junior Bacon Cheeseburger. Now back to America.
I'm going to make this as simple as possible for you. You can go ahead and stick with that complicated credit card that limits where you earn bonus cash back. Or you can get the Quicksilver card from Capital One. Quicksilver earns you unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase, everywhere. I shouldn't have to ask. What's in your wallet?
Golden Corral 7-day shrimp extravaganza just raised the stakes. Every day at dinner, enjoy new Founder sirloin and non-stop shrimp. Plus it up on the weekends with premium shrimp and new garlic herb buttered sirloin. It's non-stop shrimp and steak, all for one low price. Only at Golden Corral.
Expect more with gigantic savings at Supreme Nissan and Slidell. And now, save $6,500 off MSRP on new Supreme Nissan Altimas. That's $6,500 off MSRP at Supreme Nissan and Slidell. Expect more. Get 0% financing for 72 months on a great selection at Supreme Ford of Slidell. Save $11,000 on a new Supreme Ford of Slidell F-250. Save $12,000 on Expeditions. Or pay under $11,600 on a new Fiesta. At Supreme Ford of Slidell. Expect more.
Falling temperatures, falling leaves, falling prices. Fall is a great time to save big at Kia of Covington. That's because our fall sales event is going on now, and it's your chance to save big on our huge inventory. Hurry in for amazing deals like $5,000 off MSRP on several new 2016 Kia Optimas, and new Kia Fortes are just $12,632. Plus, both come with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. For incredible deals on the North Shore, it's Kia of Covington for sure. 200 Holiday Square Boulevard in Covington.
This. So Dari, Booger, and Chris are watching that, him, and them. Which means later, you can tune into SEC Now and watch it all. SEC Now, tonight on the SEC ESPN Network.
And the gang on SEC Now will be talking about number 7 here tonight. 10 carries, 251 yards, single game school record here, averaging 25 yards a carry, 3 touchdowns.
You expected him to be motivated and to run angry, and we've certainly seen that today.
This is returnable by Davis. To the 26-yard line. Back to the studio. And fumble. Hold on. Hold on. They're battling for a loose ball. Let me check that. That was Jackson in the middle of it, that defensive back.
Take a look at this again. Does the ball come loose before his knee or elbow touches the ground? No. I think he had control of it all the way to the ground.
The ruling on the field, the player was down. First down, Ole Miss.
And that's a good call.
Yeah.
So that gives us a moment to check in with Adnan.
All right, thank you very much, Brent. This has been a crazy game involving Oklahoma and Texas Tech. Over 1,000 yards passing, and this one on the ground for Patrick Mahomes. 51-45, Sooners have the lead, and it's early in the fourth, Brent. Plenty of time left.
Over. So here we go now. First down and 10, 8:21 remaining in quarter number 3.
I think all eyes right now have to be on the left tackle from Ole Miss, true freshman Greg Little. Of the last 2 snaps, he's really struggled in his pass protection against Arden Key. They've got to shore that up, or this offense doesn't have a chance.
Judd, the running back. Key looks like he's a track man, doesn't he? He's a speed rusher. And they did bring Ingram over that time, but Beckwith threw the running back for a loss. They did come to chip with the H-back.
I've been so impressed with Beckwith and his maturation as a middle linebacker here in the last couple of years. It used to be that he was reacting. Now he's anticipating.
Kelly quickly fires it off to DeMarcus Lodge.
We're seeing LSU mix up their coverages, some man coverage, some zone coverage, trying to confuse Chad Kelly, trying to confuse these wide receivers. There's a man-to-man look right here. Now it looks like LSU checks out of it. Chad Kelly wanted to check. It looked like the LSU defense checked too.
Drop it off underneath and see if the running back, and Judd cannot get the first down. He's a yard short.
Really good job just rallying to the football. Tremendous pursuit to Sean Bauer that time, running over and making a play and forcing another Ole Miss punt. And you can kind of now feel all the momentum sliding over to LSU. If they were to get a score on this next possession, start running away with this thing.
Dave Aranda is one of the bright young defensive coordinators in football. Came to LSU from Wisconsin, and his defense is starting to take over here in the second half. Rolls dead to the 23. That is three and outs to start the second half for Ole Miss. And another reminder, Monday Night Football, 8:15 Eastern or 7:15 here in Louisiana. Texans and the Broncos, Monday Night Countdown at 6. You have any feelings about that game?
Yeah, well, the Broncos got to get back to running the ball. Remember how good they were early against Carolina and Indianapolis? They got to get C.J. Anderson in the ground game going again. They've struggled with that here recently in the last couple of weeks. Good news is Houston Texans, they're, I think, one of the worst run defenses right now in the NFL.
There is Aranda, who I just spoke about. You see him back there with Beckwith, one of his leaders. And it's such a pleasure to sit and talk defense with Aranda. He really is a bright young coach. Pitch it to the outside, and not much doing on that gain for DJ Chark. Remember, Chark was wide open for a 40-yard touchdown after a little bit of a hip flexor problem.
I just love that new wrinkle in this LSU offense, though, that run-pass option, because it's just another way to get these wide receivers the ball in their hands. We talk about all the talent they have, and just didn't feel like they were using it very much the last couple years. But now all of a sudden, with the play action on first down and the quick throws outside, this offense is so much more explosive.
Insminger, the offensive coordinator, after Ogeron took over, former LSU quarterback. Etling wide open in the flat, is tight end for an easy first down. That is Jeter.
It's just such a catchable ball that Danny Etling throws. Certainly he doesn't have the arm talent I think that Chad Kelly has, but he just spins it, just lays it out softly in front of his tight ends and running backs and receivers and just makes it easy. You don't oftentimes see all these acrobatic, awkward body catches that these LSU receivers have to fight for because of how accurate Etling is.
First down and 10 from the 44. Fournette, he's to the 47-yard line, and number 2 is a minute and 7 seconds away from losing. Ohio State trailing Penn State 24-21, facing a 4th and 23.
Wow. You've seen JT Barrett with a lot of magic in the second half, certainly last week against Wisconsin. A couple years ago, remember they had that big win up at Penn State. He was great in overtime then too. Can he pull it out? Wow.
Second down and 8 here. There's that quick play action and firing to Malachi Dupree. And Dupree is to the 39-yard line for a first down.
And a great job with the progressions by Etling, because on that play and the play action, his main read is the fullback Mouton running in the flat. But just watch, a little fake here. He's going to look out to the flat to Mouton. It's not there, so you don't have to panic and freak out. Just get your eyes and feet reset. You locate Malachi Dupree on the spot route, get it to him quick and early, and allow him to turn upfield, and this offense continues to stay on schedule.
Geis checks in. Ohio State is stopped. Penn State a minute away from a shocking upset. There's that play action by Etling, rolling quickly to the right, deflected and incomplete. So quickly, let us take a look at this week's AP rankings brought to you by Northwestern Mutual. And Jess, I'm going to ask you the obvious question. Ohio State is apparently going to lose, barring a miracle. Who in that list right there would you move up to number 2? What would be your vote?
Oh, to me, it's Michigan. Just watching how they've played so far and the dominance they've shown on offense and defense, to me, has been remarkable. But there's a lot of football left to be played in that division in the Big Ten. Ohio State, if they lose, not out of the playoff picture yet.
Battering off the right side that time with the running attack for Geis.
We haven't really seen a lot of Darius Geis tonight because of how well Fournette's played and all the explosive plays they've had on offense. But I think right now, LSU, the best 1-2 combination at running back in the country is right here in Baton Rouge, with Fournette and Geis.
There's a couple of, who knows, like you said, there's so much football left to be played. Remember, Michigan still has to go to Columbus to play Ohio State. Now, Fournette and Williams are into that backfield. Fournette flares, but Etling's looking the other way. And he's going to take a sack at the 46, and that was Gates, the junior from Hampton, Georgia, bringing him down for the Rebels. This will be Coach Franklin's, the former Vanderbilt coach, now at Penn State. This will be by far his biggest win as a head coach.
No doubt about it. Going back and taking a look at the sack, look at all the movement and the stunning and twisting, and it's Isaac Gross, number 94, that forces Etling to step up into the pocket for Ole Miss, bringing him down. We've seen this defense give up a lot of explosive plays tonight, way too many, but they continue to fight.
Ole Miss needs a spark. Maybe Davis can give them one here. He's going to signal for a fair catch, however. Good punt. About the 6-yard line. And let's go to the studio and Adnan. What a night in Happy Valley, Adnan.
Brent, they're going wild right now after this. 4th and 23, and JT Barrett gets sacked. First win versus a top 2 opponent while unranked since 1964 for Penn State. They win it. But like Jesse said, Ohio State not out of the playoff just yet. Back to you guys.
Exactly. And guess what? Here's a bulletin. Neither is LSU. Oh, I know, I hear you people yelling at me. Wait till you see their schedule the rest of the way. And if they were to win out, let me tell you, the committee would have a very, very hard time overlooking them. We shall see. First down and 10. Brasley, the running back for Ole Miss. Remember, it's been 3-3-and-outs. Loose ball. Touchdown! LSU. Or is it going to be spotted on the one? Hold on, everybody. Hold on now.
The ruling on the field was the runner was down. Second out.
Yeah.
I think that's the right call. I think his knees touched the ground when he got tackled first, when he kind of pivoted around. Watch Brasley take this handoff here. Kind of gets wrapped up. Knees go down there. I think they'd already touched at that point before Dante Jackson pulled that football out.
This is a touchdown, folks.
The previous play is under further review.
And what they said the ruling on the field was?
It says knee is down.
So watch this.
Ruling on the field.
This will be a great view here. See that right there? That's down.
Yep.
And I don't think the ball's out just yet. The ball's not out until he completely spins around. That's a really
terrific replay. A great look by our guys in the truck. Scott Matthews, our producer.
We got extra replay officials back
and director. That's just a great view of that knee, and that's one that instant replay is going to look at. Now they show you whether the ball has come out. It clearly has not. Jess, you were all over. That comes out very late.
There's replay officials back in Birmingham, Alabama at the SEC headquarters that can help out the replay officials here as well. Make sure they get a consistent call. But I think you're right, Brent. Those are great looks that we had an opportunity that we're feeding those replay officials to make the correct call, and I think the call on the field is going to stand.
Compliments to the truck. They got right to the correct angles.
Patty Mac.
That way. Learned his football watching the Steelers back then.
Of course he did.
What a scene in Happy Valley. It was a whiteout, and now it's a complete whiteout. That student body has stormed the field. So many great games up in there, Jess. It is really nice to see the Nittany Lions win a big game. Nothing against Ohio State.
No.
After review, the ruling on the field of the player being down is confirmed. Second down, Ole Miss.
It's the right call, and Ole Miss dodges a bullet. But Brent, you said this earlier, and I agree with you. They need a spark. Something has to happen. They need an explosive play on offense. As we look back at these angles again, I think the picture on your right is the best picture. But Chad Kelly needs to hit a throw. So one of these receivers has to win a one-on-one. We got to get back and talk about that matchup. Ole Miss receivers, LSU DBs, Ole Miss outside. They got to start winning.
Second down and 10. Kelly from his end zone. Ingram breaks a tackle. That's how dangerous he can be. He's out to the 12-yard line, and he was shut out in the first half. Ole Miss misses it.
Yeah, it's his first catch. He's the leading receiver in the SEC. And right now, his second catch, and you know, you're throwing him screens. They need him downfield.
Third down and 4. Over 101,000 here tonight. The 11th largest crowd ever in this stadium, and they're in full throat. Kelly scrambles for the first down.
And he's going to have to do more of this, especially now with his starting left tackle out of the lineup. The internal clock in his head is going to have to go off faster, and he's going to need to take off.
Second and 10, trying to get it to Ingram.
That's really one of Chad Kelly's strengths, I think, is his ability to use his legs to buy time and give those big, tall receivers outside an opportunity to work downfield. And we know Chad Kelly loves to launch it.
Well, the play caller is at a disadvantage with that freshman at left tackle, however. You know that. Here comes a move the pocket in that direction. Hit on the release. Intercepted. Picked off by Duke Riley. The senior, what a night he's had.
And Brent, having the backup left tackle is affecting his play calling. That time, they kept Evan Ingram in. The SEC's leading receiver had to stay in to help block on Arden Key right here. He does a good job, but normally in those situations, Chad Kelly gets all his guys out. So that's one less receiver now you have running in zone coverage. That's a bad force by Chad Kelly, a throw he never should have made to DeMaurier Stringfellow. And LSU, they were the ones turning the football over in the first half. Defense comes up with a huge takeaway.
Don't bet against number 7 coming at him again. Fournette checks into the game behind the fullback. ISO look from the 25. Here it comes. Breaks outside and struggles for a yard. Bing Dukes, good tackle.
We talked about this Ole Miss team and how young they are on defense. And when bad things have happened this year, especially in the second half, they start to snowball. Right now, this is a critical moment of this football game. They need to force LSU to attempt a field goal. If they let the touchdown here, who knows what happens. Going back and taking a look at this again.
Ooh, that's
wow.
a face mask.
Yeah,
we've got to call that.
That's a missed call.
Oh, mercy.
Wow.
Oh, come on. So here's 2nd down and 9. And he has to drop it off. Lucky it was not intercepted. He was trying to sail it, and it did not. It gave Ole Miss a little bit of a long shot, but you know, that's a pivotal play. I mean, the ball remains with Ole Miss.
Okay, so more importantly now, spinning it ahead, big critical 3rd and long scenario. We talked about Ole Miss needing to stop the bleeding. So Marquise Haynes, he's the guy that forced the fumble on Danny Etling at the end of the first half. He's their best pass rusher, leading the team with 4 sacks. They've been moving him around. That's got to show up right now.
So here's 3rd and 9. And timeout is going to be called by LSU. So we'll take a break. 23 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Trick or treat. Trick or treat.
Americans are buying more and more of everything online, and so many businesses rely on the United States Postal Service to get it there. That's why we make more e-commerce deliveries to homes than anyone else in the country. The United States Postal Service. Priority, you.
Today I'm here with Jeff to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that 50 feet is kind of a big deal. You ready?
Yes, I am.
All right. Wagner has come out with a brand new set of brake pads. They're called Wagner OEX, and apparently they can stop my truck up to 50 feet sooner than the other competing brake pad. Obviously, a lot of things can happen within 50 feet, so I thought it'd be best to show you. That's a beautiful baby. Exactly what 50 feet looks like. There, that's 50 feet right there. Kind of a big deal.
Kind of a big deal.
I'm Adnan Berg back in our college football studios. It continues. The offense to Oklahoma and Texas Tech. This is Patrick Mahomes to Kiki Cutie. 655 yards passing for Mahomes. 59-52 the Sooners, Brent. They're still going.
Amazing, Adnan. What a Saturday, huh? Looking forward to watching you guys over a cold one later tonight. Always love your wrap-ups. Love those 2 guys that you got with you. Do a great job in the studio. So here it's 3rd down and 9. 10-point lead, and LSU threatening. Even should they miss on this 3rd down, Delahousse pretty accurate from right around here. Etling fires off to the side, intercepted. Beautiful interception by Derrick Jones. What? That could be a game saver right there.
No doubt about it. It's the play that Ole Miss needed defensively to try and gain some of this momentum back. So impressed with their back against the wall. And that time, they throw a little bit late from Danny Etling. He'd been playing on time, but this is an outbreaking route to Chark. The throw a little bit late. It was undercut by Derrick Jones, and at 6'2", about those long arms and that ability to elevate, come up with the third takeaway for the Rebel D.
How nice it is to have size back there.
Yeah,
Mentioned 6'2".
Yeah, well,
rather than 5'9", 5'10".
And they have a lot of those smaller guys in their secondary. LSU's the one that has all the length and the size, but right there, that you see why. That's something that coaches covet so much, height at corner.
But can they do anything against this defense? They've been stymied all third quarter. Kelly keeps it. Tough run. Adams making the stop.
He's got to be careful with ball security. That thing's kind of swinging around wildly. Expect him to kind of run the football more here in the second half.
That's the end of the third quarter.
Just love the way Jamal Adams plays defense. One of the best safeties in the country. Ole Miss trails it by 10.
Whoa! Unbelievable! Today, we're talking about automotive awards. Which one of these awards appeals most to you?
Top safety pick, mid-size car, and SUV.
Most dependable means a lot to me.
The green car, because I like fuel efficiency.
What if there was a car company that received all of these awards?
One company, one award in all these? Chevy.
Chevy.
Chevrolet is the most awarded car company of the last 2 years.
I love it. It's fierce.
How would you sum this car up in one word?
Incredible. Amazing. I can't use one word.
There's a lot of places you never want to see $7.95. But you'll be glad to see it here. Fidelity, where smarter investors will always be.
You may know us for our quality fuels. You might know we're the world's largest independent refiner, or even that we're in the Fortune 500 top 20. But did you know we've given over $100 million for children's charities, delivered more than 45,000 Meals on Wheels, and given over $10 million for higher education? To appreciate a company's true value, you have to understand the heart of its people.
Take your time, take your time, take your time. No need to hurry. Take it easy, take it easy, take it easy. No need to hurry. No slipping, no sliding.
The Corona can always finds its beach.
In past World Series, these players stole the base that brought free tacos to America. So, who will be this year's taco hero? If someone steals a base this World Series, America scores free Doritos Locos Tacos. Steal a base, steal a taco. Only at Taco Bell.
Hey, Evan. So, you're stuck at a work thing. With DirecTV and AT&T, you can stream all your favorite shows without using your data. That makes you more powerful than a table for 60.
Wednesdays are the new Thursdays.
Or the mandatory after party.
How early is too early to leave?
You're not going anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere.
It's your TV. Take it with you. Watch all your live channels on your devices data-free.
Performance speaks for itself. Pennzoil Synthetics, made from natural gas. Make the switch at Firestone Complete Auto Care.
I'm not flawless, but I got a diamond heart.
Will he strike for the trifecta? He does! This is the SEC on ESPN. This is big boy football. LSU's defense in the third quarter allowed 37 yards on 15 plays. Now we come to the money quarter. And a big 2nd and 3 here for Ole Miss. Judd, stretch, no, battle, they're not going to get it. They have gained a yard. Let's check in down below with Kaylee.
Brent, a lot of moving pieces on this Ole Miss offensive line. They're not just down their starting left tackle, Rod Taylor, but also their starting right guard, Jordan Sims. Both guys, right ankle injuries, tape picked up, said to be questionable.
That's bad news, Kaylee, because they've taken their right tackle, Sean Rollins, moved him to center, which means they've got a freshman, Alex Givens, the backup right tackle. So right now, Ole Miss, 2 freshmen playing on the edge, trying to block for Chad Kelly.
3rd down and 2. Here's Kelly, not getting it. Fumble! Loose ball, scoop it, key, touchdown, LSU.
Got to go back and look at this again.
The ruling on the field as the runner was down. It's 4th down.
That's what I was just going to say. Watch Chad Kelly here. Legs get taken out from under him. Elbow equals a knee. I think that's going to be down. Jamal Adams that came in and made the play behind the line of scrimmage. Kelly still, I think, has possession of the football when the elbow hits the grass.
The old John Madden line, eh? Ground can't cause a fumble.
How about this LSU defense, though, flying around? And what a game Jamal Adams is having.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
I mean, he's a guy that has always been good in run support, but the coverage he's done on Evan Ingram and now making that play.
So
before the snap,
there was a whistle.
The previous play is under further review.
So the replay booth wants to take another look at it. There's some of the angles that we've got. We're of the opinion that it's going to stand, even though the ball popped out, as Jess told you, this forearm right there.
Now, did they say that the ruling on the field was that he was down?
Yes.
See, I wish they would let the play go on, because let's just say in this replay they actually determine that it's a fumble. LSU should get the defensive touchdown, but because you rule it down, you don't get that opportunity. I wish sometimes the referees would let it go.
The ruling on the field is confirmed. It's 4th down.
And that's the right call in this scenario, but I think referees should let that go on.
They did
so that the
first
defensive score,
yeah, replays, you know,
yeah,
and then make the ruling upstairs. But in fairness to them, they might have had a clear shot of that forearm hitting the ground before the ball came out. White will go back deep now on this punt. Is that rugby style? The Australian drives White back to the 29. Oh, crushing 2-man block. Oh, baby. Was that Adams?
I think it was.
Holy Toledo. Watch Adams.
And he got it from the front. It was clean. It was close. But Jamal Adams is on fire right now. Defense, special teams. Watch this. Gets the helmet out in front.
Gets 2 with 1 guard.
Junior safety.
Send him the Thorpe Award.
From Louisville,
Send
Texas.
him the Bednarik Award. You know, he's so pleasant when he comes in and he talks to us at length. Great smile and everything, but he said, I'm a different guy when the game starts. He said, I'm all business down there. And I think we just saw that.
Yeah, well, we heard from Kaylee earlier that he's the leader on D, and he's the guy that tells everybody else whether they're playing well or whether they're not, doesn't sugarcoat it. I'll tell you what, you gain a lot of respect, and you're allowed to have that privilege when you make plays like that.
You've got to give Coach O a lot of credit. He kept these youngsters in the game, despite the 2 losses, despite being an interim head coach.
The game clock started in error. Please reset the game clock to 13:29, please.
So that gives me an opportunity at, mind you, after we're done here in Death Valley, keep it locked to ESPN Sports Center at night. Nicole Briscoe and John Buchagros. Bucci and Nicole. Highlights and a breakdown of Game 6. The Cubs, they'll tell you all about it. Headed to Cleveland for Game 1 of the World Series. They'll have all the highlights. Been a remarkable, folks, not just the Cubs, but how about the Cleveland Indians? You know, just one thing about the SEC, it is a great baseball conference. You know, a lot of players in the major leagues scattered around. Right. You want to see college baseball at its best, watch the SEC. Here's Fournette. And he's out to about 32-yard line.
And I just wonder how much gas that this Ole Miss defense has in the tank. Their offense has not helped them out at all here in the second half. Ole Miss doesn't have a point. in the second half. His defense is being counted on and relied upon to come up with these turnovers with their backs against the wall. They've been maligned all season long. How much more do they got?
2nd down and 7 for Danny Etling, who has shown some toughness tonight. He's been banged around by this Ole Miss defense a couple of times. Haynes got on him. Forced a fumble. Here's Fournette. How about that power run?
Well, and an offensive line that's starting to get serious movement here. Josh Butte, a 346-pound right guard, is just a mover of men. You're going to see him double here and then slam and get up and take a defensive tackle off that into a middle linebacker and just get pushed backwards. And then Fournette just does the rest.
Fournette's headed for a 300-yard night. And given the schedule that's ahead for LSU, should the Tigers come up big, do not count him out of the Heisman race. That would be a huge mistake. Here he comes on the toss, cuts back, picks up a first down. Gates makes the stop, and here comes Geis.
And you're just seeing why
injured Ole Miss player.
So many people think that Leonard Fournette is going to be the first running back off the board. It's speed, it's power, it's balance. How about the vision? Looking for the cutback and able to get north-south. Oh, it's Marquise Haynes.
Yeah.
Not the guy you want down if you're Ole Miss.
He's being tended to. So we'll take a break. He's being tended to on the field and come right back.
Take on the unexpected with a car that could stop for you. Nissan Safety Shield Technologies, available on the Altima, Sentra, and Maxima. Now get 0% APR for 72 months plus $1,500 bonus cash.
Emerge restored, fortified, replenished. Emerge every day with Emergen-C, packed with B vitamins, antioxidants, electrolytes, plus more vitamin C than 10 oranges. Why not feel this good every day? Emerge and see.
Welcome to bold Southwestern flavor, handcrafted, and brand spanking new. Boom. You've hit the smother load.
Every time I travel, it's the moments that are most rewarding, because you'll never forget them.
The new Marriott portfolio of hotels now has 30 brands in over 110 countries. So no matter where you go, you are here. Join or link accounts today.
Having Security Suite from Spectrum is like having a top-notch bodyguard on your computer. It helps protect you from all sorts of nasty stuff, like viruses, spyware, and identity theft. Plus, it has parental controls, so your kids won't accidentally stumble onto any inappropriate websites. And with Spectrum, you get all this security on up to 10 computers, all for free. Download Security Suite today.
Expect more with gigantic savings at Supreme Nissan and Slidell. And now, save $6,500 off MSRP on new Supreme Nissan Altimas. That's $6,500 off MSRP at Supreme Nissan and Slidell. Expect more. Get 0% financing for 72 months on a great selection at Supreme Ford of Slidell. Save $11,000 on a new Supreme Ford of Slidell F-250. Save $12,000 on Expeditions. Or pay under $11,600 on a new Fiesta. At Supreme Ford of Slidell. Expect more.
Welcome back to College Football Primetime, presented by Geico. Coach O, the interim coach, replacing Les Miles, attempting to become the permanent coach, told us a story about when he was an assistant at Ole Miss. Biggest mistake he made was that he tried to think that he knew the secrets to every position. He meddled with his assistants, he admitted, got in their way. He would yell at the quarterbacks like they were defensive linemen. He says he has changed greatly, lets his assistants do their work, learned a lot. This is Geis, diving, twisting. What a relief pitcher.
That's a great point you make about Coach O, though, Brent. I think his greatness is as a motivator. And I like that he's allowed his position coaches and coordinators to deal with the X's and O's. He delivers the positive energy to this football team throughout the week, on the practice field, in the meeting rooms. The message is always about team, kind of an us against the world mentality. But these players buy in quickly. They love playing for him, and it's shown the last 3 weeks.
And he's in a state where he doesn't need an interpreter. Second down and 1. Love Coach O. Here's Geis, short of that first down. Let's check in with more on O with Kaylee.
Well, Brent, when O was the head coach at Ole Miss, he says he coached that team like he was the defensive line coach, because that's all that he had known. He learned the hard way that when a D-line coach screams, it's okay. But when a head coach is screaming at you, it carries too much weight. He knew when he lost that job, he said, if I get another opportunity, I'm going to treat my players like they're my sons.
And he did at USC, Kaylee, because we had him out there for a while as an interim coach, and you know he does exactly that. Go ahead.
I said, and that's exactly what he does, and that's what these players feel. That familial love is real in this program.
And here comes Fournette. It helps to have him as your running back when you're trying to get a job.
It sure does, no doubt about it. And right now with a 10-point lead, the game plan on offense for LSU is pretty straightforward. Hey, we're just going to run the ball and milk this clock. They're taking a lot of time in the huddle. They're taking their time getting to the line of scrimmage, and they're just lining up and charging straight downfield. And they're just daring and testing the physicality of Ole Miss in their front seven.
Number 5 checks in.
And again, Ole Miss without Marquise Haynes, their most explosive playmaker in their front seven on defense, being sorely missed.
Ten minutes remaining. Guy steps outside. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
They're getting really good blocks from these fullbacks. J.D. Moore and Keithan Mouton. When they've been isolated against Ole Miss linebackers, they've come through and delivered and allowed some rushing lanes for these LSU backs.
Here's my favorite stab of the night from George Hill. This is, believe it or not, LSU's first trip to the red zone tonight. Their touchdowns have come 59, 40, 76, and 78 yards.
I think most of those are number 7. I think there was the one busted coverage. Yeah, DJ Chark caught that long one, but it's been because they've been running the football.
1st down and 10 now. Throwing for a loss.
And so Ole Miss figured it out, and now they're crowding the line of scrimmage. I think on this last play, I think there were 10 guys lined up in here. Obviously, LSU in a big set, bringing extra tight ends on. But if I'm Ole Miss at this point, you just got to sell out and try and stop the run.
Yeah, trailing it by 10, 8:55. The man of the match with his helmet off. 284 yards. Only averaged 17.8 yards a carry, folks. Here's Etling. Drops it off to the side, and that's Williams, running back, who checked in, number 28.
It's a pick your poison dilemma if you're Ole Miss, because do you load the box to stop the run and then let these athletic wide receivers for LSU one-on-one outside, or do you play big zone coverage to prevent the explosive throw, but then leave yourself susceptible to getting run on? I think at this point in the game now, and with the success obviously Leonard Fournette has had, I choose load the box and take my chances with my DBs outside.
And we get a report from down below that Haynes is checking back in for the defense now. Etling, 1st and goal.
How about that catch by Malachi Dupree? 6'4" with those long arms. It's such a great catch radius. And that was not an accurate throw that time by Etling on the slant. This is behind him. The body control to reach back, pluck the football.
Got hit in the helmet a little bit, didn't he, that time by Jones? He's up a little high. He's shaking up on this play. 1st down and goal. See if they get Geis a touchdown.
this game has worn on, this LSU offensive line has gotten stronger. They've gotten so much more movement here in the second half up front. It's the type of game I think Coach O loves. Certainly I know Leonard Fournette loves.
Delahousse on for the extra point. Tacks it on. 38-29. LSU. Maybe the best running attack in the country.
Geico Motorcycle. Great rates for great rides.
Dave & Buster's is all about football. 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 Football deals and sports games. Get $5 appetizers and beer specials on game days every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday. And play 3 sports games free every day, like 2-Minute Drill, where you're the quarterback, or Gridiron Blitz, only at Dave & Buster's. Get in the game and watch all your team's games on massive TVs at the only place with football deals and free sports games, Dave & Buster's.
The 2016 Nissan Altima. An IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus. With forward emergency braking that could stop for you. Take on sudden stops in Nissan Sentra, Altima, and Maxima with intelligent safety shield technologies.
Now get 0% APR for 72 months plus $1,500 bonus cash.
We should have made a deal with them when we could have.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
The Walking Dead season premiere tomorrow night at 9, only on AMC.
Cree LED lighting is designed to make colors look their best. Why? Because the beautiful things in your life deserve the most beautiful light.
ESPN College Football is presented by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And in part by Nissan, premier partner of the Heisman Trophy.
Taco Bell, a proud partner of college football playoff. Be on the lookout for the Taco Bell student section. Passionate fans like these here tonight at LSU. They'll be in stadiums all season long. Great setting here for college football. Very knowledgeable fans. SEC West, as tough as it gets. One thing I do want to say about Ole Miss, been overlooked a little bit. It's a very young football team. They've still got a lot of building to do, obviously in the offensive line and with the linebackers and everything. Not an excuse, just pointing it out. Here comes Davis. Bringing the heat. Remembering that loss last year in Oxford. Not in our house, they're saying.
Hey guys. Hey. Oh, is this the new boyfriend? Yes. We haven't met yet. You're the sweetest. Yes. Do you want to hold him?
Hold my baby, man.
So easy to dip, so hard to put down. Rolled chicken tacos. Tasty shredded chicken all rolled up with your choice of dips. Back at Taco Bell.
Take on the unexpected with a car that could stop for you. Nissan Safety Shield Technologies, available on the Altima, Sentra, and Maxima. Now get 0% APR for 72 months plus $1,500 bonus cash.
The new Pixel, phone by Google, only on Verizon.
Okay, Google, show me Korean restaurants in Boulder.
I found a few places. The only network that can power the first phone with the new Google Assistant, unlimited photo storage, and a stunning VR experience.
How is this possible?
So buy a Pixel only on Verizon and get up to $300 back. And right now, get 4 lines and 20 gigs for just $160 with no surprise overages. All on America's best network.
Look at all these purchases you made with your airline credit card. Hold on, you only got double miles on stuff you bought from that airline? Let me show you something better. The Capital One Venture Card. With Venture, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase, not just airline purchases. Every purchase, everywhere, every day. No, really, double miles on all of them. What's in your wallet?
In this conference, you've got to be a heavyweight fighter.
Next Saturday, the road to the playoff continues with a trio of Big Ten games.
All right, Jess, we have talked about the upcoming schedule. It is the gauntlet for LSU.
It's the toughest remaining schedule of any team in college football. Getting Bama here at home, you've lost 5 in a row, too. Then all of a sudden after that, you got Arkansas, who you've lost 2 in a row, too. That Florida game that got rescheduled has to come home, and then you got a short week to get ready for Texas A&M. But I'll tell you what, with the talent this team has, they keep buying into Coach O's message. Danny Etling continues to improve at quarterback with 2 healthy running backs at Fournette and Geis. Defense playing lights out. Who knows?
Kelly. And it is caught by Stringfellow. We haven't heard from him, and that's Tolliver, the defender.
Been impressed with LSU's defense tonight against this kind of explosive passing attack. They've only given up 2 touchdowns in this game. LSU's defense looking good again.
Runs the slant before the chains could even get moved, and Beckwith again defending, that time against Ingram. So it is 2nd down. Kelly, far side incomplete, and Tolliver had locked up the wide receiver over there. There's a penalty flag, but it's thrown back by the line of scrimmage, not over there by the wide receiver.
Holding, offense, number 50, 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Well, you want to kick off your Week 7 NFL Sunday, ESPN, 10 a.m. Eastern, NFL Insiders, Sunday edition. Then at 11, Sunday NFL Countdown Crew. We'll take you right up to the kickoffs. Both shows are also streaming live on the ESPN app, and watch ESPN. Dallas Cowboys, one of the big stories, are off. This is their bye week. They'll be returning to action. Kelly flushed out of that pocket. Goes down at the 27. Key that was right there.
And just nowhere to go for Chad Kelly. You know, that great battle tonight between Ole Miss's wide receivers and LSU's DBs. I'd argue LSU defense wins in a knockout. Just haven't been a lot of open guys, and they've contested the throws. They've won the night.
3rd down, pocket collapses. Kelly fires as he's going down. Incomplete, and it was intended for Attaboy Joe, and he was defended by Riley, and here comes the punt team, and he's been a very busy punter.
So impressed just with Dave Aranda, the defensive coordinator for LSU. Remember, he came from Wisconsin a year ago, and he's incorporated some new schemes, some more zone coverage on the back end. This defense, so much more multiple this year than we've seen. They've been less predictable. They've bought in. His players love playing for him.
That is the 8th punt for Will Gleason. And here comes White. 45 and out of bounds at midfield. So we'll take a break. 5:44 remaining. LSU headed for win number 3 in a row under interim Coach O.
The 2016 Nissan Altima. An IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus. With forward emergency braking that could stop for you. Take on sudden stops in Nissan Sentra, Altima, and Maxima with intelligent safety shield technologies.
Now get 0% APR for 72 months plus $1,500 bonus cash.
Remain in your home to hear an exciting bundle offer. All contracts are binding. You must comply.
We got a runner.
Hey! Follow me!
Better TV starts now.
PlayStation.
Hey, Bucci, you got moves too.
Mobility is very important to me. That's why I use E-Trade Mobile. It's on all my mobile devices, so it suits my mobile lifestyle. And it keeps my investments fully mobile, even when I'm on the move.
Sign up at etrade.com and get up to $600.
Enjoy your phone.
You too. All right, be cool. You got the amazing new iPhone 7 on the house by switching to AT&T. What? And you got unlimited data because you have DirecTV? Okay, just a few more steps.
Door!
It's cool.
Get the iPhone 7 on us and unlimited data when you switch to AT&T and have DirecTV.
And now let's look at tonight's game-changing moment brought to you by Benjamin Moore. Ole Miss had jumped out ahead, Jess.
Yeah, but then it was Leonard Fournette. And really, he changed this game the second he came out of the tunnel and missed the last 2 games with that left ankle injury, but made his presence felt very, very quickly. A long touchdown run early. And it's been a lot of Leonard Fournette often. You see 16 carries, 284 yards, a single game LSU record. He's been good tonight catching the football, and that's bad news. We talked about that schedule remaining for LSU. Those defenses now, they've got to deal with what looks to be a very motivated Leonard Fournette.
And I think his night's over. Here's Geis. That was the 59. He also added a 76 and a 78-yard touchdown run. And now Geis and LSU work on the clock as we go down below to Caleb.
Well, Brent, Ole Miss linebacker Terry Caldwell was sent to the Ole Miss locker room by the defensive staff. This came after he got in the face of defensive end Fadal Brown following that last LSU touchdown. Defensive line coach Chris Kiffin told the players, we need guys who want to finish this together.
Yeah, and Kaylee, they got to stay together because we've seen earlier in the game, remember that infighting little argument between the DBs after a coverage bust? They're young and they're being tested, but there's still a lot of football left for them as well. It doesn't get any easier. They got to play Auburn next, and that might be the most improved team in the SEC since week 3.
2nd and 8, Geis to the 34, first down LSU.
And how much better does LSU look as a team than what we saw week 1 when they lost against Wisconsin? Offense, just so much more explosive. Big part of that, I think, Danny Etling taking over quarterback, but especially in the last 3 weeks with Coach O on the sidelines, just seems to be a bit of a different energy to me.
Absolutely.
You know, they just look fresher. And I know one thing that he's done is kind of change their practice habits, and you know, they just look like they just got more juice early in games. You see the offensive numbers and how those have changed certainly the last 3 weeks.
There's a toss. Guys, but you know, it gives me a chance to mention Les Miles, who obviously is going to get a coaching job if that's what he wants to do. But the other day, our stage manager Jacqueline Jameson, who really runs this operation up here, JJ, she was down getting a little barbecue.
Yeah.
And she ran into the coach.
Voodoo chicken.
And there she is. There's JJ. But I want you to take a look at Les. He looks calm. He looks great. He was out. He posed for this. And Les, we know you're with your family tonight, and I hope all is well. And like I said, if he wants to coach again, he certainly will be able to. By the way, happy birthday, JJ. Here we go now. 2nd down and 5. And here's Geis. Strong makes the stop. But you know, I do want to say some nice things about Hugh Freeze, and he also has had nice things to say about Coach O. But this has become a very, very difficult year now for Coach. And he said getting ready for this game he thought was the toughest thing. Well, now it gets worse because there were high expectations. They've been struggling in their good matchups against the quality teams.
They've got more quality teams coming up, Brent.
Yeah.
They got Auburn coming up next. They still got to go to Texas A&M down the road. Welcome to the SEC West.
Now, and there's got to be somebody in the Freeze family who won today. Kaylee, is there?
There is a win for the Freeze family to celebrate today, Brent. Now, Coach Freeze's oldest 2 daughters were competing in the state volleyball tournament back home today. They won in 3 straight sets. They are now in the Final 4 for the state. Their next game next Friday. Coach Freeze says he'll try to make it before a home game for Ole Miss next weekend. Freeze says he doesn't remember a time in his head coaching career where he hadn't had one of his girls. He's got 3 daughters and his wife Jill in the family. He doesn't remember a time where he didn't have one of them here to support him. But today, the girls had to be back home, and we know they've been watching all night long, wishing they could be here with him.
You know, it was Jill who urged him to take the coaching job under Coach O at Ole Miss, and he took a substantial pay cut.
On the offense.
That's right.
5-yard penalty, 4th down.
That's right. Freeze was a very, very good high school coach, and he was making up around $100,000 a year when he took, I believe it was $35,000 or $40,000 to become a glorified gopher when he started out for Coach O. And then he stayed at night. He was the last man out of the office. He learned, and when a spot opened up on the staff, Coach O elevated him, and the two are good friends. Obviously, they're big competitors here tonight, and looks like Coach O is going to win his 3rd in a row. Oh, he should have. He did it. He caught it. I thought maybe he was going to let it go to the end zone accidentally.
Very
but
fitting.
Good job by number 33, Jamal Adams.
A little pitching wedge.
Yeah, a little pitching wedge.
Backspin.
Knock it in. What an asset he is.
I'll tell you, Brent, I think Jamal Adams made himself a lot of money tonight. And I think coming into this game, a lot of people have targeted him sort of in that 1st to 2nd round. And we've all known how good he plays the run and his ability to attack the football and his intensity. He covered extremely well tonight. I think really showed more of that versatility, making big plays on special teams as well.
Well, they're getting ready to spot the ball here and sort this penalty out. You know, Adams tonight made 5 tackles, 2 solo, 1 pass broken up. But it's the invisible things. I mean, he took Ingram out of the game in the first half.
Yeah, which no one's been able to do yet this year.
The crowd starting to file out. Again, in excess of 100,000. And not quite sure why this is taking so long. So let them sort this thing out here. And, you know, next week is Big Saturday. 3 Big Ten games. Michigan, Michigan State, Northwestern, Ohio State, Nebraska, and Wisconsin. Well, it's not a good day for Northwestern to be traveling to Columbus.
Oh, hey, listen, your alma maters look good recently. You know, they put up 50 against Michigan State on the road, beat Iowa on the road. That impressive win today against Indiana, but yeah. You know, we remember what happened last year when Ohio State lost to Michigan State at home. They turned around and took it out on the Wolverines. Yeah.
Well, some of our viewers and listeners right now, they're going to be glued to the SEC network next week, okay? the best in the SEC. And that's Penniman, I believe, who has checked in here for the final 143.
You know, I want to give LSU a lot of credit. It's the third straight game now. They've looked very impressive. To me, they're a team right now peaking at the right time.
And Jess, if I read that schedule right, they get a week off before Alabama?
That's the next game. Bama at home at night here in Tiger Stadium, peaking at the right time with the talent LSU has. I believe they have the talent to beat Alabama. Now, they're going to have to play their A game in all three facets, but they can beat Alabama, a totally different LSU Tiger team than what we saw earlier in the year.
And then for Alabama, oh, by the way, here comes Auburn.
Which is a real, that's a threat. And by the way, LSU's SEC chances still alive to win the championship. They need help. They need Auburn to lose.
Yeah, they have to have Auburn lose, but Auburn got help today with Texas A&M losing.
Right, and listen, Auburn, I think Auburn and LSU, the two most improved teams in the SEC since the start of the season.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed.
I mean, if you're Alabama, you do not want to play LSU and Auburn this late in the year the way they're playing.
It's complete to the 40 and battle at safety right there. Remember, Jefferson out for the season.
Big key for LSU, obviously, is keeping this guy healthy. They've lost him for 3 games now. Can't miss any more, especially with their schedule.
And some of the twos. Ball at midfield. Penniman getting some snaps here from Coach Freeze. Just short of that first down. Sports Center's coming up. They've got so much to show you. Got the celebration in Wrigley Field, the upset of Ohio State, the #2 team, incomplete. That was Stringfellow. He had a big 50-yard gain on a reception early in the first quarter.
Yeah, we saw a couple coverage busts early in the game, and then LSU's defense, they've been lights out ever since.
Just believe it or not, this is my first Ole Miss football game, and I can't wait to get to Oxford sometime. All right?
Fingers crossed.
I've got to go early, okay? I mean, such wonderful people around there. Loved it when I was studying English. William Faulkner, one of my favorite writers of all time. Coach O, former Ole Miss coach, beats his team, shakes. There's the two buddies.
You're welcome.
38-21. Sports Center is coming up next with all the excitement from this Saturday. So we're going to send you now to Nicole Briscoe and John Buccigross. Take it away, gang.